What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're going to be looking at
A whole bunch of hands where we can see what our villains had. This first one, maybe we won't. Bub, you got this. You got 6-5 suited in the hijack, and it is folded to you. What would you like to do?
I like to race.
Good. Yeah, we'll open this. And is this
Um,
in GTO? Is this a pure open? 6-5 in the hijack?
mm, I'm actually not sure.
All right.
I don't think so.
It's a mix, and we all open it pure.
Yep.
What would make you, what would, since this is a mix, which means that it is zero EV if everybody plays perfectly, which no one does, what are the things that would make you choose not to open it, to fold it?
If people are playing aggressive, like three betting a lot,
That's a good reason. Um, what is a reason that would make you want to open limp it?
um, open limpet.
I'll give you a
I'm
hint.
not open.
Good.
I don't know. Is it? I wouldn't open limp.
That's that's the answer. Is if you hadn't studied with us, right?
Okay.
We're not open limping. There is. I don't think that there's any sort of player that we want to open limp this to. If we've got somebody who's raising all the time, like who always raises open limps, and therefore we can pounce on them, I just wouldn't do it with this hand. I would raise it, and if it was somebody who always raises open limps and always three bets, I would just fold this hand and I would outhand them. We just don't need to play this hand in that situation. All right. So we open to 7. Big
I
blind.
would add one more thing.
Yes,
Let's say the blinds are aggressive. I'm not that afraid. I could call a three bet in position with 6-5 suited. I don't mind that. But I would hate to call against cutoff or button.
right. Yeah. And if you expect to get three bet, would you want to open it? Not if you sometimes get three bet, but like it's, when you go, it's going to happen from the cutoff and button are super passive and never raise. Small blind and big blind are super aggressive, and one of them three bets. Between the two of them, you get a three bet 70% of the time.
Mm, Actually, yeah, I don't love it. So, no, actually, I would still not raise it.
Yeah, yeah, just fold in that situation. Great.
Yeah.
So we open, we don't get three bet. Life is good. We get called by the widest range on the table. This is great. All right. He checks to you. What would you like to do?
We have a gut shot. That's a monotone board. So the gut shot is not really worth a lot. Um, However, I like to bet boards like this, and I would bet small, something like 5 big blinds, maybe a little bit less.
Perfect. He goes for 5. A little bit less is also okay. You get called. All right. What's his range?
After he calls, I would expect him to have probably a spade. I mean, that's the easiest one. Um, he can have some pairs. He should have actually a lot of pairs, but I think people are already overfolding in this spot.
Mhm.
Um, the king shouldn't help him. That's another thing.
Yeah. We'd expect that when we get that if it's the king of spades, he's going to stay with that, and that helped him. But if he has a hand if he has a hand with a king and nothing else in it, no spade,
Yeah.
he might have just folded it straight up there, but not
Yeah.
an ace. So an ace hits him more than a king, but a king hits his king of spades, and he's still there with a king of spades, right? That sounds
Yeah.
like a good range. And then, and all his pairs, we don't care whether they're pocket pairs or whether they're 8x or 4x. They're just a pair. Small pocket pairs and 8x and 4x. Makes sense.
So we filtered a little bit on the flop already.
Yep.
And now here we could check, but actually I would prefer betting. And I would go for something like 20 bigs.
Okay. Now, have we filtered out all of his flushes? Does he check raise all of his flushes?
No,
Yeah, I don't think so. Yep. I think he's got some, but definitely
he
some.
will at least the ace high flushes can just check call. They are safe, basically.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So you're gonna so you're betting big, and just warning you, you're betting big into a range that is still uncapped.
That is true.
Right. So the other consideration here, good consideration, bet small again, make it look like you are checking the river that you're checking behind on the river, so that he does raise off his strong stuff now, and then you fold. Um, and then when he doesn't, and another spade doesn't come, you can consider going big. So those are some options. Um, Bub, let's see, he goes, so Josh is with you and bets big. You went 20, he went 15, but you both went to the big size. And you get called. So that's a pretty filtering call. And the four comes.
Okay, so I don't think that this guy has 4x here.
Hmm.
He could
I
have
do.
4x, obviously with a spade, but that
Yeah.
these are the only hands. Um, we can clearly get better hands to fold here. So
Oh,
I would just bet here. And I would bet. So the question is how big? Um, we want to fold out a hand like ace high because he can have ace of spades with nothing.
mhm.
He can have queen of spades with
Yep.
nothing, jack of spades with nothing. These are the hands we basically try to target.
Yes.
And I guess some pairs, if he has them, like pocket sevens with seven of spades.
Mhm.
So we cannot go too small. Um, shouldn't go too big.
Right.
I think something like, I mean, I actually like a bet size like pot's pot, and maybe even a little bit bigger.
Okay. So if you're so let's divide your targets into two categories. There are spades, fours, and kings. Okay? We'll start with that. Spades, fours, and kings. Those are
Yeah.
really good hands. Um, are you going to try to get them to fold?
Okay, so for spades, we don't have to bet too big.
No, no,
I think,
I mean spades. I mean flushes. He's got these
oh,
hands. I'm going to
okay.
group three hands together. Flushes, trips,
Mhm.
and top pair. I'm going to just
Oh,
put those together and say, are you trying to get any of them to fold?
no.
Okay. So we,
Oh, wait, maybe the top pair.
okay.
Um,
All right.
maybe the top pair, but I wouldn't try to get the flush to fold. That
Now,
would be,
so with that distinction, if you're trying to get top pair to fold, you're going to have to bet pretty big. Not huge, but pretty big. If you're saying I'm not, because your 6-5 benefits so much from getting an ace to fold and just a
Mhm.
queen of spades, and those you can bet really small on. So it may be more efficient to target only the pocket pairs smaller than the eight and the and a singleton spade and a stubborn ace. And that doesn't cost that much. That could be easily 30, 27 to get those to fold. And you might even get an eight to fold for something around that. But if the thing you said was a little bit more than pot, if that doesn't get a king to fold, there's no value really in between going 60 and going 30. They all get the same things to fold. And so everything between 30 and 60 is Valley of Brian. Does that make sense?
Yep, yep,
So with
makes
that
sense.
in mind, what's your target? What's your size? Let's be explicit.
Hmm. It makes sense. Yeah, I would still go around pot size, I
Okay.
guess. From the
What's your target?
explanation, around 50, something like this.
Okay. 50, and what's your exact targets to fold at 50? Let's be clear about that.
I try to get weak kings to fold
Fold.
and flush.
Bad king,
Sorry. And then,
bad,
and,
bad king,
and
and that's perfect.
yeah, bad
So
kings
bad
and
king, bad
everything
king, all
roll.
eights, bad kings, all eights, all pocket pairs smaller than an eight. Maybe even pocket pairs smaller than a king, although they kind of get stubborn in a different way. All right. So fold bad king and worse, you say 50. I think a king is definitely calling 50. That's me. Anybody else? What are you trying to get fold and what sizes? And you can say it out loud or you can put it in the chat, your choice. Let me see what people say. We'll open this up. All right. And then we'll do another Josh hand after this. Anybody else? Sam, Larry, what are you trying to get fold and for what size on this river? Or are you giving up? That's also an option. All right. Sam and Larry are dead. Well, dead to me. I'm gonna go for I'm
I
gonna try.
missed the action. I got here mid-hand,
Oh, you got hit mid-head. Okay, I'll just go back over it really
so
fast.
I can't really get
Yeah,
on
you
the
can.
statement.
Yeah, you can. You opened a 6-5 to 3.5 big blinds. You got called. Check. Bet small. Call. Check. Bet medium to big. 15 more than 50%. Get called. River. Check. And now that we've got it, so with this, we think his range here is some stubborn 8, some king X when the king had it, when the king was the spade, or the king was paired with a spade. Some 4 gets here, and not and some reduced spades get here. So are you going to try to get any of the big hands to fold? The spade, the 4, the flush. If not, are you going to try to get a king to fold? If not, are you going to try to get an 8 to fold and the pairs along with it? What size?
I think I like this is a pretty bad run out with the 4 river.
Yeah.
He has more flopped flushes than we do in theory.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we don't have a spade. I think I prefer the block size to fold out singleton spades, and I don't really want to target anything else.
All right.
So
Now,
I would go about $20 and expect to lose a lot, but fold out a portion of his range.
right. So Larry's gonna fold air. Ace high and worse.
I just want to fold there on
Ace
this
high
run
and
out.
worse, and he's gonna go 20. All right. Sounds good. Um, just one thing you call it's block size, but we're not in block position.
No,
So not a block bet, but yeah. But I know what you mean.
exploitative.
I know what you mean. Yeah. All right. I am going to try to. I am not going to give up, even without a spade. I'm going to bet. I like have I'm going to bet, and I'm going to bet to try to get the ace high and worse, and some of the pocket pairs smaller than an 8 and worse to fold. I'm going to go 30. All right. There we go. And that's it. All right. Let's see what Josh did. And Josh went 40. Okay. So Josh, having seen all this, do you think your 40 is Valley of Brian, or do you like it? Josh. Oh, I don't know. Josh says I don't know. All right. Let's see what the guy does. He calls, and let's see what he called with. Ace King. We were never trying to get Ace King to fold. So I think this play is fine, and I think that you bet $10 too much. And yep, guy's a fucking nit. And I think that, and Larry thinks you bet $20 too much to accomplish it. All right. Yeah, he didn't 3-bet his ace king. The fact that he called, I would have not expected ace king here, but I did expect some kings, so didn't care which. All right. Next one. Next one from Josh. Here we go.
Yeah, what adjustment would you do against a player like that?
Um, you would get to see flops that you shouldn't.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't, and when you range him, you don't take away the ace king. So you
Yeah,
include, you include that big hand in his range as you go forward. You don't eliminate it. Maybe you downgrade it because maybe he doesn't do this every time as we watch him.
yeah.
So he's
One
going to
thing,
have.
one thing I started doing is I just size way up with my value
Yeah,
against a player like that
good.
because I know they have strong hands in their range.
Hmm. And Sam, what would you have done on the river on this one? Were you going to try to target? Were you going to try to get a
I
full?
don't know. I didn't follow because I was driving.
All right, fine. We'll go on. All right. Ace queen suited. And this one goes, that was Bub. This one goes to Larry. Ace queen suited.
All right, let's open ace queen suited to $15.
It's 1-2. We're going to open to 7.
Okay.
We're playing reasonable sizes in this game. All right. Call on the button. Call on the big blind. 2 places. It's time to miss a flop. No, it's time to hit a flop incredibly hard. All right.
We have a lot of choices here. Obviously, the best choice, well, the most obvious choice is to bet. I kind of like a check raise here in the middle.
All right. Hoping that the last guy bets, and if he doesn't, then he probably doesn't have an ace, and you weren't going to get value from him on this round anyway.
Yeah, and
Right.
it depends on who the button is, but putting money in is fine. You're just kind of, yeah. I'd like a check here. We've got to put some really strong hands in a check range sometimes.
All right. So the good thing about a check is when player 9 bets, this gives a chance for our first player to get trapped in the sandwich.
Yeah.
When we bet and player 9 calls, that gives a little bit too much information to this guy. So that's nice. We like that.
I think I would bet without the spade redraw, but with the spade redraw, like a check.
Yeah. And if we check, the worst thing that happens is player 9 doesn't bet. It checks through, which isn't, we're not going to lose the hand, but we lose a street. So maybe we're going to bet bigger.
Yeah, that's true.
To catch up with that money. Okay. We go for the bet.
That's fine.
And Josh sizes big here against multi-way theory. What do you think?
Yeah, I would choose a smaller size.
Yeah.
You have a great hand, but also smaller size does fit better into multi-way.
Right. So what's the reason on this particular hand to go so big, and is there one? Or do you
I think it's fine. I mean, you got a fantastic hand. I mean, you're going to extract value from a certain part of the range. So aces are going to fold. Some nines are going to stick around. And big blind might have a lesser flush draw.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. In this case, a small bet might get us some money from, pocket pairs between, some medium low pocket pairs, but we're not going to
Maybe
get
sevens with a spade will
Yeah.
get sticky.
Yeah. But we're not going to get much money here from someone who doesn't have a spade or a good draw. And anybody who's got, I'm assuming who doesn't have an ace or a good draw. And if they got an ace or a good draw, they'll call this. So yeah. So
And
sizing
I
up.
assume something interesting happens because
Yeah. This
we're looking
deviation
at the
seems fine.
hand.
Yeah.
All
This
right.
deviation seems fine. We get
Yeah.
a fold?
I like the big bet.
Yeah, I do too. I think that was good.
Because ace high, they don't stab as much, and then they're calling with ace 10 off, so to your open.
Yeah.
And they're not folding. They're not folding it to a first bet.
Nope.
So we face this check raise of 15, about 4x. This is a very serious check raise. You see the SPR now is like 4. I think it's going to be about 3.5 after we call. I don't see any particular reason to get it in now. I mean, what he's saying, he has a set. His bluffs are around a king high flush draw, which is fine. He's really saying he's got 9s or 6s here, or ace 9.
Ace 9 and ace 6 can be there.
So let's this size points to a set because it's bigger to me. So let's just call.
Yep. And if we got it all in right now, we either just decided to jam this nonsense, or we did a 3-bet and he 4-bet us. If it got all in now, we don't hate life. It's just not optimal.
No, it's not optimal. We don't. He does have. I don't know what we know about this guy, but he probably does have some bluffs here. But mostly, this is going to be a very strong hand, and we're going to be behind right now.
Yeah. This is live poker, right?
This is live poker. Yeah,
no, this is you bet multi-way. He is under bluffing. Like I would not put all the money in.
No, I'm
I
saying
don't
on
think
the
anybody's
inside.
saying it's good to shove right now.
Right. No, I'm
No.
saying if this hand ends up all in on the flop and it's up against a set, it doesn't hate life. You got
Yeah.
about
About
I don't want to
30%.
do it. Yeah, I don't want to do it.
But-
So
About
I think yeah,
28,
call us-
30%, maybe
yeah,
a little less because of vote outs, but I think it's about
Yeah.
28, not 27%.
Please, poker god, please.
Yeah, we're
please,
mostly gonna be behind. It's hard to find a, yeah, I mean, you're
please,
right. It's hard to find a bluff here. Some good players are gonna have bluffs here.
please check the turn, poker gods. We'll go for that
No,
one.
please hit. Please hit.
Oh yeah, there we go. 175. He's serious.
So he
Oh
he
shit.
bets pot here.
Yeah, he is serious.
All right, so
He's
this,
trying. He's
yeah,
trying to
again,
get
this points towards a set. This is most likely nines or sixes, I would guess.
Hmm.
But we are not gonna fold yet. We have implied odds here.
All right, let's make sure we have enough. At this point, when he check raised us here to 65, we feel completely confident that we have 9 outs at this moment. Right? We got 9 outs. And we
Yeah.
got them twice and we got them twice if it goes check, which it won't. But we got that. At this point, I'm sorry, I said we have 9 outs, but in reality, we think we might even have 12. Our queen might be good,
That's
Could
true.
be.
right?
Yeah.
At this moment, we don't think our queen is good anymore, right?
It's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, it might be, but it probably
It,
is.
it might be. I mean, he could still
might be.
have king. He could still have ace nine.
Have
Ace
ace-
nine offsuit. All of them was in there.
Yeah, could have ace 9 and ace 6.
Yeah,
He still have,
ace nine, ace six is all in there.
yeah, he could still have 6-9 easily. But
Is
but
anyone
it's
thinking
less-
about hands like 10-8 of diamond?
nope, not for this size.
No,
His size is bigger. This is live.
You're-
There's less
you're
bluffing
focusing-
live,
yeah.
and his size is bigger.
yeah, you're focusing on the wrong portion of the range.
Yeah.
Like
He's
the majority of his range is 2 pair plus.
Yeah, he's trying to get all the money in and
Yeah.
make baseball. He is not trying to get there. That's what we think.
Yeah.
We think that most time. So let's give ourselves, instead of 12 outs now, let's give ourselves 10 and a half. So we get sort of half of the queens might be good, you know.
Yeah,
The-
22%.
Right.
You need.
Josh says he underbluffs.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
so
this,
he-
and this feels like an underbluffed line. So
yeah.
let's give ourselves a clean 20% here, not 18. All right. 20 full percent.
Yep.
Yeah, but I think there is implied odds with the guys
That's
who
what I'm
love
gonna check.
his hand.
Yeah, we're in position. We've got implied odds.
Yeah.
So let's
I
let's,
mean, he
let's-
loves his. It's very hard for him to fold his set.
right.
if the
So we're
spade
gonna call
comes.
175 and we're going to 175 with the opportunity
You win 2 more hundred.
plus the 150 in the pot. The 170
Yes.
200.
So 4 to 1.
The total amount we're going to get is going to be 750 plus 150, so is 900. So
No, just go
Here's
175. How much does he have behind, and then how much is in the pot now? So you betting 175, you're getting 2 to 1 because there's like 350 in the pot.
right, but I
And
want
then he has about.
we're counting the pot odds we're counting the river. We're counting our implied odds now. We do not have the odds to call right now.
Yeah, 2 to 1, and then plus the 200 behind him. So like the maximum we're gonna get is like a little bit more than 3 to 1. So you need right around, like, if you're getting 20, if you turn over his hand, he has a set, and you have 25% equity, you're breaking even, assuming that you're gonna stack him when you hit on the river.
Right.
Because
But it's not you said we're getting 3 to 1 and I just did this and I think we're getting 4 to 1. We're going to win so we're going to have to put in 175 now. And we're only putting money in on the river if we get there. We're not going to call off with our ace, right? We've decided that.
no,
Okay. So at the end there's going to be all this money in. 375 plus 375, which is 750 plus 150, there's 900 in. So we have to put in 175 to win 900. So it's
that's not.
it's almost 4 to 1.
So we need 100 and about 200 behind, and that's what we have here.
No, how's it 4 to
If we
1?
give ourselves a 20%.
Okay. Let's
It's
So
not
make,
4 to 1. It's not 4 to 1 because
let's
some
make
of those
sure
money.
one of us is doing this right. Let's do this right though. Okay. So Sam, explain how you're doing it. Let's do
So look at his stack. He's betting 175. There's about 175 in the pot, 150, right? Let's just round it and say we're getting 2 to 1 direct odds because you're putting out 175
we're
to
getting
get
2 to 1. Right.
about
2 to 1 direct.
350.
Yep, gotcha. All right.
That's 2 to 1. He
Right.
only
That's
has 200 behind after he bets. You cannot get 3 to 1. You cannot get 4 to 1.
okay,
He
because
only
I'm
has
counting more money behind. You're right. I did that wrong.
yeah, it's only 3 to 1.
Right. And it's a little more than 3 to 1 because it's more than 200 behind, and this is a little more than pot. So it's 2.4 to 1, something like that. But I'm sorry. It's 3 point something to 1, but it doesn't get us to 4 to 1, 5 to 1. We are
No.
20% to hit. We don't have the odds.
yeah, we don't. We need
Like it's
375 bucks behind. You're right.
yeah,
The
it's
pot odds we're
breaking
being
even or
offered
like
are
slightly losing.
35%.
Yes.
And so at 35%, we need $373 behind, given a bet of 175 to a pot of 152.
Right. And the way I should have done
So we
this,
don't have implied odds.
yeah, and because I do the math differently than Sam, and I did it wrong. This is how I should have done it. For those of you who do it like me, when we look here, there's 150 in the pot. He's putting in 175 to put in. We're going to win all the money in the pot plus what's left over when we hit on the river. And I should not be looking at. I shouldn't have counted our money in there. So we're going to get. So the pot is 150. We're going to get a total of 630. These two numbers added together. We have to put in 175 for the chance to win a total of $630.
Yeah, assuming you hit, and
Right.
he's gonna
That's 3 points something to 1, 3.2, 3.3 to 1.
yeah,
And
something like that.
we are 20% to hit.
This is
So,
what I would do if he's a fun player. I'll give him action. If it's a regular, I'd probably just fold.
yeah. So this is assuming our ace is not good. He never goes check on the river, because that also could happen. Assuming that our ace is not good and he never goes check on the river and our queen is good half the time, we should fold. If our queen is good all of the time,
We should call.
no, because it's still 24% and we're getting
45%.
Yeah, 24 is close enough.
okay. All right, good enough. If our queen's good, we call. I see that. Right? He bets it all in. We need to fold. We do. Yep.
Yo.
Yep.
Sick.
Yep. Sick, Josh. I'm
Set
proud
of
of
nines.
Okay. Pot size plus the bet size. Pot size plus the bet size plus plus a single bet size there.
Yeah, it's easier. Like it's easier to look at like how much money am I laying out, and then how much is out there. Like the way that I'm looking at it, like if he's betting 150, there's 150 in the pot, and then his bet is 150. That's 2 to 1. He has 200 behind, a little bit more than 3 to 1. That's how I do it.
Mhm. And thank you for that. Thank you for correcting my math on that. That helps me a lot. Does he do it with 7-8? No,
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 no.
not for these sizes. I don't think
And
so.
I think if he does 7-8, he's just gonna jam the turn.
Right. So let's say he's got 7-8. Let's get into his head for just a second with 7-8 suited. He's got 7-8 of spades here. Straight flush draw. Good for him. That's what my ace high flush lost to yesterday. So when he gets to the turn here and he puts in this size bet, he doesn't expect he costs himself the maximum. He leaves himself not enough behind to get an ace to fold, although you folded your ace, but he doesn't, but many people don't for 200 more. So he's setting it up so his river bluff will not work. And he's making it expensive to draw. I don't think a 7-8 does that.
Let's talk about finding the fold here on turn. It's very hard for me to find the fold on turn, but mathematically, once we decide he is 2 pair plus, we probably should fold.
Yeah, look
Yeah.
how
But
good
it's
the
hard to
bluff
get there.
is. Of course you don't find the fold. I don't find the fold, but we should
Yeah, but so let's talk about it. Maybe we can figure out how we can get there.
do math.
Doing
This,
math is always helpful.
this is,
See,
um,
he should have check raised to like 115 and then just jam the turn. The hand would be easier
so
instead of making it 65.
right. So how do we find this? How do we find this? So you do the math. How do you find this if the math is hard at the table? Which
I'm
it is.
always calling flop. No one's folding
Here's
flop here.
here's how I think you do it. When a guy overbets the turn and doesn't have very much behind, this now cues us that we are that hands that are look great are not as good as we think.
Yeah,
It-
maybe we can look at the SPR after if we were to call. So the
Yeah.
SPR, if we were to call, is like 350. It's like we have to, yeah, it's like 502.
He's
Once we see this SPR, we maybe are able to get away. This is all about implied odds at this point.
yes, right. He's got 1,000 behind here. We call.
It's a different story.
He bets 75 or 100. We call.
Mathematically, we're supposed to. He needs to have $373 behind for this to be a profitable call.
Right.
Given pot odds of around 35% is what we're being offered.
Um,
So it's very hard to figure that out live. I know some people do it, but you've got to be good at counting stacks and do tabletop math very quickly.
Yeah, your cue is that gets you near this is an overbet turn with the river not being much bigger.
Overbet turn, I think, with an SPR of 0.5 if
Right.
we call
Right.
the key.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
is there actually zero chance that he would do it with an ace, like ace 10? Is
Well,
this just
you
a
flop-
polarization error on his part if he would do it with that?
Could be, but the mistakes are, ace queen is a chop when we do it. Ace
Yes.
jack just beat us, so it's ace.
Yeah, on the river.
Yeah, so it's ace 10 because he's not doing. You think he's doing this with ace 8? Do you really?
I don't really think it. I just wanted to throw it into the room.
Right.
If ace 10 is a value bet from his perspective, ace queen should be a call.
Yes, absolutely. You think does this? So check raise gets called.
If
The
he has ace 10 of diamonds, I don't know if people are doing this.
this size?
But this is actually, I mean, that's such a specific combination of.
Turning top pair into a bluff here is very rare.
I mean, I don't know if that's a bluff. It could be.
Or it could be
Yeah.
it could be a polarization error.
Hmm.
Right.
They're not.
Okay,
They're not.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think ace 10 is doing it.
Right.
Okay.
They're
Josh-
not going to bet the river though. It's like I've seen it time and time and time. I'm not saying like never. I don't say never ever, but like it's just very rare. And like if 90% of the time they do not completely turn top pair into a bluff, that makes our if we call, we're just fucking losing like a madman.
Yep.
So like I wouldn't even bother wasting time on like could he have ace 10? Because from what I see is like I see it over and over and over and over again. Yes, like maybe 1 or out of 10 times or 2 out of 10 times you see somebody who doesn't know what they're doing and they turn like God knows ace 8 into a bluff.
Sam,
Yeah,
we're wasting time no matter what we do. All right.
I know.
There we go. All right. So the question was, Josh asks, is jamming the flop horribly V for himself? And we talked about that which is if you get this all in on if this went all in on the flop, you wouldn't hate your life being up against 2 pair and you would be unhappy against a set, but it isn't the biggest error you've ever made in your life. But this is probably better. This fold
Yeah,
is better than the jam. It's no fun.
yeah.
Sam,
But
Josh is saying he's going to call the queen on the river. Yeah, you might have to. With only 2
yeah,
you're losing it. You're losing a whole bunch, but not every time. And at that point, your pot odds, but you don't believe that your queen, you don't believe without it. So fold the turn because of the odds. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Correct. Because because of the size he made it and the lack of money behind. And it's unintuitive until you do the math, and it does it. Let's see how bad the mistake is. Let's do it with the actual numbers here instead of the approximate numbers, and let's do it right. So we got some rake coming out. So on the turn, pot is 150 and there's rake, right? Josh, there's rake, yes or no rake? I'm going to say that there is rake. And so we're going to say there's 145, 11 pounds rake. Okay.
Holy shit.
Oh,
11 pounds?
okay. In that case, then the pot is 141. Makes it
The
worse.
hell you play at a table made of gold?
All right, there, 141. He puts in 175. Okay. He's got 203 behind. Okay. Pot, bet. This is the next bet. And then the river bet is going to be 203. That's what we have left to do. We will be able to win from him when we put in this. Sorry about that. We'll be able to win a total when we put in this 175, we get to win back our 175. So there's another 175 in there. So this 175 is in there, right? It's 175. This is our call. We get to win $694. No, I counted something I should not.
No, take out the call.
Take out the call. I don't put that in. We get to win $519. We are being asked.
Divide that by
Yes, you see
175.
152. We took out the bub. We took out the rake. $11 rake. And as long as we're at it, plus the tip.
Oh, God.
Tipping one right there. So this 518, we're being asked to put in 175 to win 518. And that's assuming we get the rest of the money. We need 33%.
We sure as hell don't have 33%.
Even if every queen is good, we're at 24. Yep, it's a big mistake.
We don't have direct odds, but there are implied
No,
odds.
I'm counting the implied odds. I'm saying we're getting to the 203 on the river.
This is assuming we stack them every single time we hit.
Yeah, we're assuming that. And in reality, no, well, you do count my bet. I keep saying this. You do count the call. We put in the 175 and we get back and we win back 693, right? Let's do this. Let's use Larry's thing. This is the stuff that I get wrong that I know how to do in life.
No, you don't count your call.
We don't count this call here.
No, you don't count your own call.
So I'm going to put in 175 and the amount of money I'm going to get.
No.
Right, but but I then don't divide it by that. It's not. I'm putting in 175. I'm getting just over 3-1. Here, okay. 525.
Oh, you're doing it the other way around. Yes, then count your call.
Right. For the pot odds, I do. I need 25% pot odds because I'm getting just over.
Yeah.
I'm getting just under.
Because the way that I do it is I'm getting 3-1. If I get 3-1, I need 25%. If I get 2-1, I need 33%. If I get 1-1, it's 50%.
And that's why that's why I was saying the call goes in and you said it didn't because you're doing
because I do it the other way around.
Right. Okay.
So you're saying the pot odds here are 25%?
Yes, the pot odds are 25%, and in Sam's language, it's 3-1.
But he's over betting pot, right?
Right. He overbets the pot, and then he has left.
I don't know how you get to 25% because we know a pot size bet is 33%.
Because
it can't be top 25%.
Because there's $200 more. Because there's another $200 left.
So you're
He's not
calculating implied odds.
Yes, The
Not
pot
pot
odds
odds.
with the implied odds.
The implied odds. I'm looking at the implied odds.
It's not the direct odds. If
No.
the direct odds, then you got to tick out the two
Then you
203.
take up multis.
No,
those-
you take out the 203.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we have that.
Yeah.
That's
So like the direct pot odds is 35%. You
Right.
definitely do not have it.
Right. And then I win this. And we
Oh,
need
you're
to-
lowering. Okay, you're
Right.
calculating a percentage.
Right.
Yeah.
Got
But
it.
we're saying if we hit, we're gonna always stack him. So we actually could win $200 more dollars.
We're in
So-
position, so it's easy to stack. And
Now let's. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. One other thing to say here. Why don't we play with the number till we get to 18%? How much does he need to have back until we get to like 18%?
right.
So let's play with the number. So 300. No. 400.
400.
Good.
400.
So once we
500.
get to like 450, 500.
Yeah.
Behind, and we are sure we're gonna get paid.
Uh,
Then we all of a sudden, I think, call.
Right. Easy call. Now give him the same 203. Give him this, and we're gonna do this. This is going to be close. And just a little fun here. Yes, I want to do that. I want this to equal this. Now, let's keep the same numbers, but he bets only 150. Or he bets only 100. He bets 100, and then he's got 278 on the river, and this gets better and better for us.
Yeah.
He bets 100, we call, he's got 278 back. Wait a minute, hold on, something went wrong here. Oh, this 175 here is supposed to change. Sorry.
Yeah.
This
The number should be going down.
Yep, that number. There it is. Okay, yeah, that goes great.
Yeah,
So he bets 150, and it's good enough. Our other three outs make it correct if our queen is good. He bets 100. We just do it.
So again, I think the way to think about this live is that we think about what our SPR is
I did that,
if
and I
we
did
were to
that wrong.
call.
Just so you know, I did that wrong also, which is this
And
one.
once we get, and we know here our SPR is half pot, 0.5.
Yeah.
If we call, so we can not comfortably. It'd be very hard for me to fold turn here, but we can see mathematically it's a fold.
Yes. Oh, stop that. Stop it. I'm doing it. I'm choosing to do it right now. So on the river, he has 443 minus whatever size he bets, right? The pot is always going to be the same. The pot is always going to be on the river the full amount, which is, sorry, I'm done. Larry likes to check multi-way. You check. He bets smaller. We see the river. We lose. We lose, but our confidence, it doesn't get all in.
I mean, the one way to think about it.
Oh, wait, are you
multi-way
raising the turn?
is-
Are you raising the turn? When you check here, this guy checks behind. So Larry, in your check mode, let's just see what happens. He checks, we check. It checks through.
All right,
The
checks
turn
through.
The turn
Pot
comes
is
to
huge.
4. Now he bets. And he bets
He's
100.
probably betting huge. He's probably overbetting.
No, probably not, because he thinks we don't have an ace. And he needs to get called.
All right, what's the pot now? So the pot would be
Pot would
whatever
be,
it was,
the pot would be this.
$22.
$22. It's nothing.
What size does he bet?
So yeah, so at 22, he bets, let's say he bets 30, and we call. Do
Yeah,
we raise?
I would just
Are you
call
raising
30.
him? Are you just raising him there?
No, because he's now indicated he loves his hand because he's overbet pot.
Right. And then on the river, if he bets big, we probably don't raise him. Yeah.
No.
That was not.
I mean, the argument is to play more defensively multi-way. You're up against 4 cards, not 2.
Mhm.
Now, this hand's lovely. We just, kind of hit worst case here, but I like checking.
And if we give player 9 player 2's cards, which he can have, say pocket sixes. That's what he's got. We check. He bets. Player 2 calls or whatever. We check raise. And he jams. And we probably call him on the flop. With 2 cards to come because now the pot's inflated.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways we could lose
Yep.
all our money here.
We can lose our money. Okay. Those are those 2. And moving on. Do we want to look at any of the hands Sam posted before we look at something else? Since we have Sam here, let's do that. Let's look at a Sam hand. All right. So that's going to be, let's go here to study sessions.
Want to look at my fishy play?
Yeah. We looked at a couple of them when you left. There was one that we had a question on, but it seems more interesting to just choose just the next Sam hand we haven't seen. All right. So direct messages, Sam stuff lives. Oh, here we go. That's what. Here
I'm
we go.
gonna enjoy my dim sum. Okay.
Okay, here's a Sam hand. All right. Rodney is driving. Larry is there. Sam is Sam. I'll take it. Ace 10. All right. So Sam's going to open Ace 10. 4x in Sam's game makes total sense. There we go. We get called by the small blind. I'm going to give this small blind closer to a big blind range here than a small blind range, and a fold. All right. We flop an ace. He is a trying aggressive rec. This is a good board to overbet or check with the spades on it. Makes it even better to do this. Ace 10 is good enough to overbet, good enough to check. Let's do the overbet. Let's bet 30 and target
Oh,
just
yeah. So the other observation I have with this guy was he's calling. He is aggressive. Like when he does come in, he opens.
right.
And in my opinion, he doesn't differentiate like players.
Right.
Like when there's like multiple players in front of him, he'll open a hand that says it's not good to open.
Right.
So that's what I meant by aggressive. It's like it's not very target. It's like kind of blind, but he's still calling too much from the blinds.
Right.
That was my observation.
We can absolutely turn this hand into a check calling hand. That's fine.
No, I'm not
If you
turning.
think he's stabbing, if you think he's a stabber. If not,
No,
okay, then let's bet 30, 35, something like that.
no, I check.
You check. Okay. We check, and when we check, which is going to be just fine, we're in check call mode. Great. 9.
No, I'm not.
Checks again. Now we're not. Now we're going to bet for value.
Yeah.
Is ace 10 a bit weak for an overbet? Not against a big blind, not against the big blinds range, and I'm giving him a big blind range, not a small blind range. That this is someone who we expect to 3-bet ace king ace queen from this position. And ace jack has been reduced. All right. So now that he goes check, we are absolutely betting. We are not targeting aces anymore. We think he has got not very many aces. We are targeting flush draws, and we are targeting some jack X. The flush draws will call 30. The jack will call it once.
Like he could still have some ace
could,
X,
he could.
like weak
Yeah.
ace.
So yeah, I think now I'm going to make the same size, but do it here. So you
Oh,
go all the way to 50. All right. So thinking 50 is going to call that the flush draws call and the ace calls. He calls, which filters his range a bunch. Flush comes in. We have the ace of hearts. He checks. We don't want to turn our hand into I don't want to turn my hand into a bluff. I'm not going to try to get a better ace to fold with this heart.
All right, before you like on the turn when I 2x pot bet,
Mhm.
it was not a snap call. It
Okay.
was a tank, thought about it, call. If that tells you anything.
Gotcha. Then if we're going to bet here, we have to exploitatively bet small and then fold to a raise. and I don't think it's worth. I don't think the $40, the $30 is worth being opening myself up to a check raise where the $40 and $30 don't look like hearts to don't look like a flush to someone who can be aggressive. So
And by the way, I've seen
check.
this guy check raise river, put the money in as a bluff
Right.
using blockers.
Right. Then I'm
Twice.
folding. Then I'm folding. I mean, not folding. Then I'm checking behind. I'm not betting. You bet 140. All right. So you overbet, and you're going to trust that that bet is big enough that he is not going to bluff you. He goes all in, you fold, even with the ace of hearts blocker.
Nope.
Nope, you call because you have the ace of hearts blocker, and because you've seen
No.
it. All right, because he does that. What's your reasoning?
Just because I saw him do that before.
Okay.
Like, it's very consistent. It wasn't a one-off. It's a
Okay.
younger guy.
All right. He doesn't have the blocker he thinks he does.
He has the king.
Yeah, king is not the blocker that that it needs to be.
So when he tank calls on the turn,
Mhm.
I'm like, he either has an ace X kind of hand, because if he had anything else, he would just fold. If he had Jack X or spade, he'd probably just call pretty quickly.
Or fold pretty quickly.
Yeah. And if he has Aries, it's
Not
going to
just
fold
spades.
pretty quickly.
Yeah, Jack of spades is going to call you. Yeah. Okay. All right. So in my line, I don't win. I don't get to get all of his last $340, but I also don't have to make this. I don't get faced with this decision. And
See, he didn't understand, like, you can't bluff when you're short.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not going to fold.
It's a
To a
huge
player-
exploited fold. Yeah.
Yes, for a player like that,
Right.
it needs to be a special player, because I'm not folding.
Right. Now your bet on the river is oversized. Your bet on the river makes it harder for him to do this bluff. Not a good bluff from him. We've determined for those reasons. But if you're trying to induce this bluff and get value, doesn't this size tend not to do it? This time it did it.
I wasn't trying to induce. I'm trying to get like ace five. Like, in my mind, he has like ace five, ace four, ace three,
And
ace seven.
you're trying to get them to call and
Yeah,
over.
I'm trying to get him to call with those hands.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. So, comments. Bub, is ace 10 a bit weak for an overbet? I would use ace king, ace queen here. Yeah, you could
on the
you
flop.
could limit
Yes,
yourself. You could limit yourself and not do it till the turn. I believe with him raising some of his, most of his ace king and ace queen. Remember, being an aggressive trying guy. This is not, he's not the ace king fish from earlier. I think those have raised off. So it's close. I'm still not afraid to do it. All right. After we use this line, I'm going huge. That's on the river.
No, that was after the check flop. I would go huge on the turn.
Right. You go huge. All right.
Something like 50. I like the sizing.
Yeah.
I did go huge.
Yeah, you went huge.
It's
I went
like
30, I went 30 to
spot.
35 here. You went 50 and got called from a hand that did not have much equity.
He's still a fish, though. I mean, you saw the hand that he called from the small blind.
Yeah.
He's still a fucking fish.
Yeah, you shouldn't be playing that hand. Yep. And he overpaid for a gut shot when there are two flushes available that he double blocks. I mean, it's nice that he double blocks them, but still.
I think what he doesn't realize is he has the king of hearts and the 10 of spades. So basically he is blocking all your bluffs. And that's horrendous. But I guess he doesn't understand that, because that's the reason he tried to bluff on the river, because he was like, oh, I have the king of hearts. I can represent the second nut flush.
So here's the
didn't work.
here's the after the hand. Here's my thinking about his tanking on the turn. He's
Yeah.
thinking about like, what the hell is this guy betting? And then he's blocking 2 flush draws.
Mhm.
And this is exactly what he's trying to do. Like, when the draw completes,
He's
'Cause-
going nuts.
most people would. But the problem is, most people do not value bet the river. Like, if they had ace 10 here, they're not value betting like I am.
Right.
Okay,
So also,
but-
yeah, I
Okay,
did.
my last question was, would you actually value bet ace 10 if you didn't have the ace of hearts?
I'm betting.
Always, and you would always call?
I wouldn't, like, without him tank calling on the turn, I probably would not call. Like, on the turn, like, there's a couple reasons. Like, I've seen him do this kind of shit before with the bad stack too. Like, and he shows it. First of all, like 2 or 3 times I saw it. Not in the same session, but like in the past. Okay, that's one. The second thing was the tank call on the turn. It tells me something.
Mhm.
Like, if he had like a combo draw or a really good draw, like straight flush, he would just call pretty quickly. He wouldn't think that much about it. So that leads me to believe, like, and I've seen him call like offsuit broadways out of the blinds. Right?
Yeah.
That leads me to, like, I didn't pinpoint him to have offsuit like this hand, but I'm like, this is probably not a flush.
So if we even are, you were low jack -1 in this scenario. All right. So even if we're generous and give him a big blind range from the small blind, king 10's still a fold. When you get called by king 10 suited and you get the flop against that range, which is not what he had, boom, of ace deuce of spades, jack of hearts. He checks. Your ace 10 is absolutely good enough to bet. Your ace 10 offsuit, by the way, is not an open from that, but
Yep.
we do it anyway. That's fine. So we're not going to get your heart blocker in here, are we? With this. Okay. We can't. It's not going to know you have the ace of hearts on the river. So let's cheat it. Let's cheat it this way. Low jack has some ace 10 in it. So there you go. So low jack raise. He still doesn't want to call in the big blind with a king 10 offsuit. We again get ace deuce of spades, 10 of hearts. No, ace deuce of spades,
Jack.
jack of hearts. Thank you. Ace deuce of spades, jack of hearts. He checks. Our ace 10 is absolutely good enough to bet. In solver world, we don't bet big on this hand very often, but we do small. And we're going to do the check one. There's our check. On the turn, when he checks on the what of hearts? What is it of hearts that he does? 9 of hearts. 9 of hearts. After he checks again, now our ace 10 does a lot more betting. It does a catch-up size. Solver doesn't love the overbet.
Yeah. Solver is
Yeah.
facing a guy with king 10.
Right, I know. We're just looking at what the solver does. We're not saying that your play was wrong.
No, I know.
We do this, and when he is there with king 10, his against that size, the raw queen draw is not enough. Because of the 2 hearts there, even this, you have to fold a gut shot here.
Yep.
He doesn't.
He doesn't. And a 2x pot.
Right. Yep. Yeah. So that's, yeah, I mean, he's nowhere near there. Against 2x pot, actually, which doesn't exist except in a tiny sliver. Let's see what his response to that is. 9. So the biggest bet you can make is this. And against this, he folds he folds some hearts. Right. Okay. And after you filtered him like that, and he does call on your heart river, which is the 6 of hearts, pretty innocuous heart, and he checks, is ace 10 good enough to value bet? And the answer is is a solver. A solver does what I did on the river and doesn't bet it. And you bet it. And you bet just over pot. Pot's 26. So you bet pot. He now raises, and the only raise size is jam, which is not what he had. He didn't have anywhere near this much left. And when you get here on this fun little line that you almost are never on, it's calling, which I think in this scenario of these sizes that this is not a good call from him, from solver against our opponents. But against this opponent it was. But then again, this is with a real size bet behind. All right. Let's look at another Sam hand.
If I have no showdown here, I would just jam the river and still win the hand.
Right, you wouldn't have bet the 140, you would have just jammed.
Yeah, he would have folded, right?
Right. So he doesn't have because he doesn't have anything left to bluff with. You can't bluff it. All right. Ace 7 in the cutoff. Ace 7 in the straddle. Here we go. Last one was me. So this one is going to be, I think Bub just walked away for a minute. Yeah, Bub's gone for a minute. So this is back on Larry.
All right.
All right.
Okay. We're in the straddle. What do we face?
We face a 5x raise from out of position.
We like playing in position post. It's it's just a normal opening size for this game, man.
I don't know. I sat down here.
$10. It's $10 big. This is chances, right?
It was an Asian. No. This is this is an Asian guy. Appears to be opening wider on the button. I've only played with him maybe for an hour. Does have sizing tells.
So we got 100 pigs here. I think I like call. I'm playing position post.
Yep. We call. He checks to you.
I would like to have a little bit more to bet. We have a semblance of showdown. I would probably check.
Okay. Against the small blind, we have a semblance of showdown. Absolutely. All right. So Sam bets small. Get him to
I
call.
did not. Yeah.
What? Yeah, you bet small. Yeah. You bet small, hoping he will raise his strong stuff and call with his weak stuff that we can get.
Yeah, because in my mind he has ace king, ace queen. So if I could just all the offsuit is in there, if I bet small enough, he's just gonna flat with all those.
Mm-hmm.
With a heart, with a diamond.
He has king queen and king jack suited, which you beat. So you have that's your semblance of showdown. But all those are going to call one, for this size. So there we go. He calls. Yeah. He basically calls his opening range here at you.
Yeah.
And get another heart. He checks. So what do you want to do, Larry? You chose to bet to see where you chose to bet to not to see where you were at, to see where he was at.
Oh, yeah.
Was-
So we didn't get a check raise, and I assume we're constructing a 3-street bluff here. So I would like another small bet
Okay.
with plans to blast the river.
All right, and your bet size is going to be
I mean, I think the small bet is attempt to recap him too when the
Yep.
flush comes in.
right. So what's your size?
$50.
I like it. I like that. Sam goes 45. Same thing. I like that. And he raises.
Easy fold.
Easy fold.
He can't hold it. He can't hold it.
Yep. You can't
It
not.
works.
Yep. He
See,
told
it
you.
works.
Yep. There you
I'm
go.
telling you, when the draw competes, just bet small to cap him
Yep. And he took it. All right.
like a fish.
Right. Bub, you back? Josh, you get this hand. This is a Josh hand. All right, here we go. Back to this one, Discord. And then after this, it's Lewis. If Josh doesn't turn himself on, this one's Lewis. All right. Not changing card. Bet small range for them to call with their weak shit and raise off their strong shit, and they did. This one's crazy hand. Okay, here we go. Josh is in chat. All right, here we go. Josh, you've got deuce 7 suited, you maniac. Okay, in a straddled game, you've got deuce 7 suited on the button. Fold. Good. Good choice. We fold. All right. And Sam thinks that he has an advantage, not just against 2 blinds, but he has an advantage against 3 blinds.
It's the same guy. It's the same guy that just raised us in
Yeah.
the big line.
Yes. Right. So you want to play him with deuce 7. I don't want to play this guy with deuce 7. I want to fold. All right, but you raise. Let's play it out. Josh, you're going to get another hand after this because you folded this one. All right, he calls. All right, Josh, you don't get another hand. All right, here we go. He checks. What would you like to do, Josh? Didn't we already do this one? I don't remember. Did we do it last week? Maybe, but now we have Sam to justify his bullshit.
My board for that.
Anyway, you got to play it. So Josh, what are you going to do with this one? We did a few of your hands on Tuesday when you weren't here, or on Monday. I don't remember which day. All right. We get check raised. All right. Well, get check raised. Bet 70 cents percent. Right. Bet big because, so Josh is betting big because this is a board that we obviously have to bet infrequently. And so if we bet infrequently, we can bet big when we bet, and this hand can actually bet. Whereas Sam keeps to his, let's get them to raise their their strong stuff, and we have their strong stuff beat. So in this case, there we go. We get raised. You're right. We played this hand out. Let's do it. So what would you like to do to the raise? I love the call here. Sometimes we're beat now. We're usually not beat now. But I love the call because when the 6 comes and we're beat, he was going to call all those hands anyway to the raise. So it doesn't hurt us. And let's see what he does on the turn. 8. Hey, we're not beat. He goes 140 into 240. Josh is going to call with even more ways to win on the river. Okay. And the 4 comes on the river. He bets 500.
Fold.
Lewis wants to fold. Bub didn't want to. Oh, Bub, did you want to raise the turn or did you want to fold the turn?
No, I
Josh-
was thinking about raising.
Josh folds. All right, we fold. We are done. We don't see what he has. And Sam, tell me something about this hand.
He has 4-5. He showed it.
Right.
Hmm?
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing.
Yeah.
I bet the flop. He check raises.
Mhm.
He could still have like pocket 8s.
Yeah.
like A7, that type of hand.
But we don't think that's the size ace-7 goes on the river.
No, definitely not.
Right.
No, like he has a straight here, like almost all the time with that pot size bet.
Right.
But
So
one of the ti-
it didn't take me all that long. I folded pretty quickly.
Okay.
Okay, but that is on the river. But on the turn, he bet like half pot, right?
No.
A little bit more than half
Yeah.
pot.
And do you think
So
a hand like 8-9 could do this?
it could. Yeah,
Pocket
it
nines,
could.
pocket nines can do this. Pocket nines can think that they're the
It
best hand.
could. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
but I
think
was actually
like,
thinking about raising here
the
because
problem
I
is
feel
like, see this hand like, when he check raised the flop and then double barrels. Like this is like right in the middle.
okay,
Like
my reasoning for raising here would be I'm pretty sure we have the best hand right now. We also have a redraw if I'm wrong. And the problem is there are a lot of river cards that can make actually not that many, but there's some river cards that wouldn't make us too happy. So I
This
could
is
see raising here.
this is literally the worst card for your
yeah, but
range.
that's
No?
not how I like. Yeah, that's not how I think though. Like I wouldn't take a hand that's in the middle. Like with this size, I think he still has a bunch of hand that beat me. Like a bunch of them.
But when you combine your diamond outs with the sometimes that you're ahead, can you fold here to this 140?
No,
Should you
I'm
fold
not.
here? Should you fold here? I don't think so.
No, I'm
No.
not folding.
Right.
I'm not folding.
Right. And you think you're not ahead often enough for a raise to be good,
Like
and Ben thinks you are.
no, I don't.
Both
I
that you
don't
get
think.
right.
Like if I raise here and then he calls, I'm lost. Like I'm seriously lost.
Yeah,
Like I
what does
think
he call with? What does he
You're
call with,
allowed to
which
be
is worse?
yeah, like the minimum hand that I would do this with is probably like a set of deuces. Like that's the bottom.
Mhm.
Because I could still beat some two pairs. He could check raise the flop and hit two pair on the turn.
Mhm.
And I still beat the majority of his range with
Yeah.
a bottom set. But
Right.
with this goddamn hand, I don't even beat 7-6 offsuit, which he will have all the time calling
And
out
he
of the blinds.
and he can have 7-8
Yeah, he
as
could have
he can check
7-8.
raise 7-8. He can check raise 7-8.
Yeah. So like I would not like this is not a hand. This is like one pip below where I would just start putting the money in.
Right.
Mhm.
But again, you're not considering folding. You're just not considering raising.
No.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. We are on to anybody else got any hands now that we've caught up with what we've done with Sam? If not, we will switch over to hands where we can see what they had all the time.
Yeah, I got some hands.
Okay, Lewis, take it over.
This one's quite interesting. I just started playing on Poker Stars a bit.
Okay.
Because like I said, I've been like switching my games up as well because I
Yeah.
have to.
Right.
So this is Zoom 10.
Sounds good. And this hand is gonna go to Sam. You got ace queen, Sam, in the cutoff.
I mean, you saw me open 7 deuce, so you know what I'm gonna
You were
do.
raised. You were raised. You raised to 3, so you got a 3-bet.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna 3-bet to what size?
So I don't always 3-bet though.
Okay.
BFR 21. Yeah, why not? Just 3-bet, yeah.
Yeah, he's got it. He's active enough. Yep. So we 3-bet him
Like
to 10.
10, yeah.
Okay. Folds around. He calls. You flop it. The flop is
Nothing.
9 of clubs, 4 of clubs, 10 of hearts, and you have none of that and no suit. You have the queen of hearts. All right.
I flopped it.
Yeah.
Bet small,
Okay. So
which is like
he checks.
7 bigs.
He checks. You're going to bet about a third, and Lewis is going to check behind on the theory that he has got showdown value. Okay, here we go.
By
On
the
the-
way, I'm playing this hand like I'm playing live.
Right. Yeah. On the turn, you get the queen. This is good. And he bets 25. He overbets the pot.
What is his range? He has a set. He has two pairs. He could also have ace queen. Maybe he has king queen.
He has king jack. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't really
Suited.
need king jack. Yeah, he had a straight.
Yep.
He-
He probably doesn't have jack 8
Yeah,
with a pre-flop action.
yeah, maybe.
And maybe he
So
folded.
he is finished. So
How he is. Yeah. I folded king jack off pre-flop.
we
But
call.
all right, so we call. Good. Turn the 9 pairs, and he bets 2x pot.
It's online.
I can't hear Sam. He's lagging. Is it just me?
Sam, yes,
Huh?
Sam, we lost what you said. You calling or folding to a 2x pot jam with top pair, top kicker.
I'm saying like online. This makes me want to call because like what hand is he doing this with? Fucking, I don't know.
Right. Let's see what Lewis does. So Sam wants to call this online and live. You want to fold it?
I still want.
Okay. Well, let's see what
Like
Lewis does.
you don't see with a queen. Like he's saying that he has 10-9 or king jack
Mhm.
or like nines.
Yeah.
Like even online, in live games, they don't tick the sizing.
Yeah.
Like they would bet a reasonable to make sure they get a call.
You're cutting out some, Sam. You're saying that but what Sam said was they bet smaller to get called online. All right. And that is what Bart calls the paradox of love poker. People will call the bigger bet and fold to the smaller bet. All right, Lewis, what else you got? Do you want to say anything about your fold there, Lewis, before we move on to the next person?
I guess this board's kind of better for the free bet cooler range. I think like they're gonna be more concentrated around the 10 and the queen, and you know, I don't know.
But
I mean,
he's
we
not
started.
taking the sizing with a 10. He's like, if he has ace 10, he's not gonna take the sizing.
Yeah, I don't know.
He still
I find when they bet
he's down with Queen 10.
Yeah, he
I'm
could.
not. I'm not trying to be in the business of bluff catching really in these games. That's
That's fair.
What game is this? What?
this is
Oh,
low
it's 10
stakes.
NL.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I don't know, man. Like,
I mean, maybe I got bluffed, but like I'd have to like think of. It's hard to think of a combo, which a rec will probably use, in my view, and what
no,
And
but they don't. They have like, see, they have all the. They retain all the hands that they open and call with on the pre-flop. So like any clubs, like ace 5 of clubs, or like he's not gonna take this size with king queen of clubs. Like king, I don't know. Like this is like because we checked the flop, we gave him row. This actually would make me want to call. It's like I'm not seeing a lot of value hands here, and I'm seeing like a lot of bluffs. Like he has a lot of non-showdown. Right?
10
Like
Jack, 10 Jack knows that it's beat.
yeah,
when you call.
if he opens like 5-6 and called a 3-bet, 7-8 calls a 3-bet. Like weaker ace X, like ace 5 of clubs, ace 5 of hearts. Like this is a line where we did give him a lot of rope. Yeah.
And
And
remember,
he's not, yeah, and he's not betting ace 9 on the turn with this sizing. He's not potting the turn with ace 9 or king 9 or jack 9. So he doesn't have like a ace 9 king 9 type of hand.
but
Yeah,
he, right,
his value hand is just like a straight, or he has queen 10,
Queen 10
or
can
he
do
has
this
a
on the river.
or he has a boat.
Yeah, 10-9 can do this on the river really easily. Jack 9. Jack 9 can do this.
Yeah, but jack 9 is not potting the turn. Like jack 9 is not potting a turn when you get 3-bet and then the turn came an overcard, came a queen.
Yeah, I agree.
They're not betting pot with a 9.
No,
So I would eliminate 9 on his, like there's no 9 in this range. He's
except
not
for
taking this. Yeah,
except
he's
for
not.
10-9. Except for 10-9. 10-9 is absolutely could do
Yeah,
this.
10-9, except for 10-9 suited, which is like 2 combos.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, so like
anybody else calling this on the river? Sam's calling. The reason, Bub, the reason we don't believe it's King 9 and Queen 9, that it's King 9 and Ace 9, is because we don't believe that they would go that size on the turn. That's what Sam is saying. Remember his turn bet. Go back, Sam. Go back, Lewis, to the turn bet. And the turn bet is 25. You've got showdown value and bottom pair. The guy has gone check, check. Do you want to bet 25 with now, with third pair when the queen comes? You don't need to bet this big to get an ace king to fold. You don't need an ace king to fold. You're not going to get a queen to fold. And he
yeah, it
probably
would. Yeah, it would have been.
doesn't have
Yeah,
a 10.
it would have been different if the turn was like a 3 of diamonds.
Yes.
Then he could have a 9.
Right. Or
But
if the
it's
bet was smaller. If the bet was smaller.
yeah, if the bet was smaller, yeah, that would make sense.
Right.
But this
So
is like,
that's why
yeah,
this doesn't look like a 9. But it does look like 10, but of the nines, it does look like 10-9. It does look like Queen 9, but we don't
yeah,
think he
queen
has.
9.
We think you fold Queen 9 suited there, and you don't fold 10-9 suited. But if he doesn't fold Queen 9 suited, this looks like Queen 9. But it doesn't look like Ace 9 or King 9.
No.
That's the thought. Anybody else calling the river?
But
All
I
right.
agree with you. Like, not bluff catching is probably it's probably the way to go.
Yeah. Okay. What else? What next one, Lewis? And then we got a Josh hand coming up again.
Yeah, this was the first session I'd played. I played like 900 hands, but
Okay.
then I always like focus on the ones where I bluff catch, and I'm like, fuck, why did I do that? I mean, we can do an example of that now.
Yeah. You got it ready?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna show some hands I played bad. Let's go. Let's go with that.
Excellent. All right. All right. Already I see the mistake. Good. If I'm right. Okay. So that was Sam. Rodney, you still driving? If Rodney is still driving, next one is going to go to Josh.
Yep, still driving.
Okay,
Thanks.
Josh, this is you if you turn on your mic. That last one was Sam. No, yeah, the last one was Sam. Okay, good. All right. Folds to you. Great. You have not misplayed. Let's open. Right, Josh? Josh is in a hand. Okay. I'll be Josh until he gets out of the hand. So we're going to open this. We open to 3.5, perfectly reasonable size. Get called. Flop bottom pair on an ace high board. Josh is going to check. And then he's going to join the hand and he's going to correct me if I'm wrong about Josh's play. Okay.
Interestingly, I looked this up. and
Mhm.
this is like the combo which wants to bet the most
The
out of
hearts.
all the no, just
Oh, the
this
six,
six
five.
five.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I completely missed, but like it makes sense. You can get a lot of like hands with a lot of equity against the 6-5 to
Yep.
fold.
Yep. Yep. So you get that bluff.
Um,
You throw it out once.
so
Yep.
so
But
yeah,
is
I
it doing
mean,
it pure? Is 6-5 doing it pure?
the only one which checks is the diamonds,
Okay. All
and
right.
that's to check raise. Like, so basically, I check call this hand, but like when I did the solve, it's like not in the range.
Just a bet. Okay. All right.
If that makes sense. Let me get the solve up. Actually, I only solved flop, but let me quickly 100 just so people can know my mistake. I mean, that's not the big mistake, but but like yeah, that was interesting because I wanted to look at my big mistake, but it's hard to look at the big mistake when the hand's not in range.
Yeah.
Um, okay,
That's fine.
let
Yes.
me.
Oh, so Josh is betting the flop. Josh is betting the flop. What size, Josh? 7 big blinds in the pot. Josh is
Oh,
going to see bet for. Josh is going to see bet for 2 big blinds, I think. 4. So you polarize off the 6. All right. Let's see what Mr. Solve says to this, to that size.
uh,
You have it ready?
yeah. So,
Okay.
well, I run with two sizes just because I
Okay.
keep things.
Right.
I,
That's
I
fine.
play like a simplified
Right.
strategy.
So the
But
6-5
see
go small.
80 see this like 84%
Yeah.
of the time.
Yeah.
Of the small size it's the most.
It loves it.
Um,
And
but
the
yeah, I
7
mean
does
this
it
is
too. The 7 does it too.
yeah, just I mean a lot of
Yeah.
straight plus pair loves to bet generally from what I've studied
Right.
recently.
And you don't have a
Um,
you're talking about backdoor straight plus a pair.
yeah, I mean I guess it just benefits so much from getting folds.
Right. And
Um,
Josh is betting bigger because it's vulnerable and can make better stuff fold. Yes. However, Josh, the one thing is with an ace high board like this, people are going to float their uh, king 10, queen 9 a lot, queen 7, queen 8, queen 9. They're going to float that a lot less um, to the smaller size. So while your hand is vulnerable, 4 may be unnecessary to get done what you want. 2 might get what you want done. All right. But
yeah,
you
but blind v blind, I think you check a lot on the ace high boards. I
yeah, yeah. Okay.
but I think you
So he
check on
bet,
most boards. But yeah, I
bet,
just
bet tiny, check
check
call.
call.
That seems great. Okay, let's lose some more money now. You checked. He bets 10. What do you want to do, Josh? He bet pot. You got pair plus draw, but your diamond outs are dirty. Josh is going to call. Now let's see. Let's do a tiny little bit of math on this call. We've got, we feel very confident of our straight outs. And we don't hate when the diamond comes. If we're going to play this way and the diamond comes and it doesn't make our straight, we don't want to bluff the diamond because we have showdown, but maybe we do. There, I'm talking because Josh is only typing. And for the odds, we think our 5 is probably good. We feel very good about our 6 still. Um, and we feel good enough about the 6 of diamonds. So with that in mind, we don't have the direct odds. We've got to be able to bet the river, and because he can check behind a lot of scary cards, and all of our straights are 1 card straights, so we've got to bet the river and get called to make this call profitable. All right, we call.
There's our card.
There's our card, and this is the one we didn't bet. Josh wants to check jam these 2 pair.
Nah,
2 pair into a bluff.
that's too thin.
Yeah. Uh, I want to. Okay, so Josh wants to check jam. We'll see what Lewis did. It's only 100 big blinds. Bub is folding to this bet on the river. Uh,
But okay, my reasoning would be it looks like a good spot to bet ourselves, but we cannot call a raise.
mhm.
And I cannot check call here. That is looks thin. That's my reasoning.
Okay. I'm on team check call.
I check cool, but I think it's just like completely underbluffed spot when the
Yeah, I
straight
don't. Yeah, I don't think you're
triple
good
barrel
here.
in position is
Okay.
just. I mean, I've like take. I mean, I've played like maybe like 200,000 hands of Zoom,
Mhm.
and when they triple barrel in position, it's just crazy strong, especially for like kind of biggish sizing. Like was this like a 80%
Right.
size or
Right.
um? But like I think I just meant. I mean, I think mentally it's hard to fold when you improve,
Mhm.
um, because like a lot of tables that go in, it's kind of like. Yeah, I mean, generally it's just meant like that. The concept's hard for the brain to wrap. But like realistically, like the function is four straight boards. People don't bluff enough because they're scary, and
Right.
people check back two pairs and sets here. I've seen as well. Like they're
So
just
this
going to be
you
so
don't even think this
nutted.
is so you think this isn't an ace. This is a diamond bluff that can't win, and this is a straight.
Well, I think I leveled myself to cool and be like, how many eights does he have?
Well, he has this one. He has this eight
Yeah.
here. This one he's about.
Yeah. So I cool, but like I hate it. I just don't think they're gonna bluff nearly as enough.
They
In
raise
a
they
trip.
they raise pre, right? You limp. He raise pre.
No,
No,
we
no, it's a
raised
single raised pot.
Okay, you raise. He calls.
right,
Yeah. And
and
then
on the
he
turn,
then check cool,
Yeah,
check cool, check cool.
yeah, yeah. Like I actually don't think this hand is good. Like
Yeah.
when they go bet, and then they check this like 80% sizing is like almost never a bluff.
It's a bluff catcher because they're not gonna bet 6-4 for value, you
right.
know.
Yeah, like I think they will have some like ace x2 pair and then some sets in here. And with that sizing, and if they're never bluffing, you're just losing like crazy.
His turn size was pot, right?
Yeah.
Let's notice that he bluffs pot on the turn. He does improve. He gets. I mean, his equity goes up when the four comes because he had a gutter and now he has a double gutter with a four. Okay.
Yeah, so I guess the lesson is like people, especially blind people, blind, you can kind of level yourself, be like, oh, it's such wide ranges, but these people just still don't bluff anyway in the triple, you know?
Gotcha.
You know,
They don't. I'm telling you, like the
yeah.
river bet, it's very rarely a bluff. Like they don't fire that third one.
Yeah. Occasionally they'll bluff if say like one of the streets checks through and then they'll just throw out like a B33 to B75 bluff, but like once the pot gets big, they just don't bluff. Like they're
Listen,
not.
let's try not let the one thing I want to do is avoid saying it's rarely a bluff. Let's put a number on it because they rarely bluff. Does that mean that they bluff only a third of the time? Does that mean they bluff only a tenth of the time? Because if they
I
bluff only
mean,
a third of the time, this is a good call.
A
yeah.
tenth of the
Call if it's
time.
only a third of the time. If it's a tenth of the time,
Yeah, no, a
okay,
third of the time's way too big, like
right, okay,
intuitively.
good,
Um,
all right,
but yeah, so this was a bad play by
all
me.
right, all right. So that was Josh. Next one after Josh would be Rodney if he's done driving, and Larry is back. This one's Larry. Larry gets this one.
All
Welcome
right,
back.
I'm
We
here.
missed you.
We are defending 8-6 suited in the small blind.
Yes.
Crazy idea. 3-bet.
I don't think it's crazy.
No, not crazy.
Oh no,
Seven,
somebody! I just
seven,
realized this is
six,
the
and
same.
7, 6, and 8, 7 do it a lot, and 6, 8 I bet does it some.
Oh, I just realized I think this is the same guy
All right,
who 2x potted the river.
right. let's show that range really quick. We'll do the,
You want a free bet range?
yeah, I'm just gonna show small blind to 3.5.
I got one.
Yeah, the 8-6 comes in here at a sliver.
This is my one. Other ranges may differ depending
Yeah.
on sizings and rake structure, but a very polarized range. Offsuit kings, offsuit aces. The offsuit nines are a good one to remember.
Yeah.
And then like suited trash. I kind of forget which suited trash it is. I just know it's not the aces and the kings. King two suited's a good one I do sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe especially versus button. This is very good versus button open from big blind. I don't think I find this 10-8 one often at all, to be honest, or this 10-8 suited.
Yep. And the wizard likes the 9-8, the 8-7, the 7-6, the 6-5, and the 5-4. Likes all of them straight down the page.
Yeah, usually these
Yep.
ones are good. Pretty bad in the big blind, but maybe in position, I guess you just call here.
And we know that in the exploit, we can clearly 3-bet this in the exploit. That's easy. All right. But you call it, which is fine. This is Larry. You didn't
Yeah,
3-bet
so you
this
got
one.
middle pair and two back doors. We're gonna call. All right. You checked? Yes, it's fine.
Yeah, I decided to turn this into a bluff because it's kind of hard to find some natural bluffs, but probably better to have a 4. But I've decided to go with the 6.
Mhm.
Because I can like bluff on some straights to get like a jack to fold maybe, or like pocket tens, a 9 to fold.
A 9. That'd be a great value target, the 9.
Calls. I'm not particularly fond of this river. And we beat some straight draws and some flush draw. I think I prefer check back and realize our equity with our shitty pair. Especially in a wide configuration of blind versus blind.
Yeah,
We're
I
gonna
think
beat
that's
some portion of his range.
yeah, I
And
think
if we're
we're
gonna
beating
beat some
some.
portion of his range, it doesn't really make sense to turn it into a bluff.
Question: if they had Queen 10, 8, 7, King, not King 10? Yeah, King 10. Wouldn't they keep firing the turn, most people?
No, not necessarily.
Some
Like
would.
when some would, yeah.
But
So like
yeah, I mean, I
so
think that it makes sense to hand range here, but
so what likely do they have which we beat? They can have that sum, but I suppose they could have a 4, ace 4, king 3 suited,
Ace 4 kills
queen
us.
3 suited,
it's
10.
very tough to hand read in this configuration. But yeah, those are in there.
I mean,
I
I go
think
for
it just comes down to there's some portion of his range that you
Right. He can also be. He
you're
can
not
bet
always
raise.
losing this hand.
Yeah.
So
He
you
can.
don't necessarily need to turn it into a bluff.
Yeah.
Especially when the texture allows for a lot of draws.
And what is your target to get a fold from? It's a 9, right? Because a jack usually goes. So if you're betting here to get a fold, you need to get a 9 to fold.
yeah, which it probably will almost every time. To maybe what size bet would a 9 fold?
Probably it depends on the player. A lot of players are going to call wide blind versus blind, understanding the configuration.
Yeah. Because the
So
ace. Oh, sorry, Larry, go on.
so I think probably 25 to 30.
So when you do the bluff here, also if he's doing any hand reading, um, he has the 9. He bets the 9 on the jack when he's beat. He goes on. I'm in check call mode, and you bet pot, claiming you've got a jack
Well,
or a
I'm claiming
9.
I got like pocket sixes or
Right.
pocket
You're,
fours, something
but
like that.
you're claiming a hand like that, right? Then the ace
Yeah.
comes, and you continue to bet that size, and king jack and queen jack don't. So some of the things that was beating him now when that ace comes aren't anymore, and you bet big and polar, that pushes you towards, if he's thinking about it, I think it pushes you towards your bluffs. All right, your bluff spades. So you bet 20.
So I think he's gonna have ace six, ace nine here sometimes. Two. And I don't think this is not a blank on the river.
No.
So
Yeah, is this the worst card to bluff?
is
Yes.
it the
From the deck.
worst?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think there's worse cards to bluff, but I think this one
What's the worst card to bluff? Like a 4?
No, because
I
you
like a four. Four is
A deuce? A 3? Are they bad to bluff?
deuce and three are obviously your ideal cards to bluff.
Yeah.
But
No,
this one, yeah, this ace is not a good card to bluff when you're beating part of his range. Now, if you had nothing, it would
What
be a
are-
different story, and you can bluff
What
more aggressively. But here, you're beating part of his range.
what are the bluffs here? Like Queen 10 seems like a good one. King 10 if you decided to float for half pot, which maybe you do if you had a suited combo. I'm not sure I would if I had an offsuit one.
Well, what blocks his value and unblocks his autofolds?
not spades.
You want cards that unblock his value, unblock
block
his
value.
autofolds, and blocks his value.
Right.
Well,
So
sixes blocks. My 6 blocks is like pocket sixes, but he probably barrels turn with that, you'd think. So maybe that's irrelevant. I block a6 if he gets a6, which is an auto call, most likely. I mean, eights, like, does he even have eights here? Would he?
eights have to be a fold if you think you can get a 9 to fold for this size.
Yeah,
Then
would he fold eights on the turn?
Tens, could he not have tens?
Yeah, could have
Yeah,
tens.
yeah, I mean sevens, eights, a 9 and 10s are all the same hand. They're all going to react pretty similar.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate the bluff. I actually don't think we have showdown here. I kind of agree with you. Like, what hands would he bet the flop and then check the turn?
And call.
Yeah.
And then call a bet, like call a relatively mid-sized bet. Like, he just looks like he has showdown. Does he not barrel a6 of spades on the turn? Like ace king, ace queen of spades. Does he not barrel those?
Maybe not. No, maybe.
Yeah, so like his range is like bunch of ace-x of spades, and then some pairs. Yeah, I just don't think he has air. That's the thing.
Did you get the fold? Give us the reveal. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the kind of this ace is very bad for us.
Yep.
It is
Yeah.
bad. Like I no doubt it's not a. But
Yeah,
we're
I
just
guess what is the bluff? Well, it's like a good bluff. I like obviously the queen 10.
Well, a good bluff is dependent upon also what the river card is.
If you could be here with 5-7.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
could be
like a
you could be here with 5-7, you could be here with 7-8. They beat nothing.
Yeah, I mean, really,
Yeah.
I mean, Scotty hit it on the net. Your bluffing range now is where you have no showdown, when you're never going to win. And you win some portion of the time with your pair of sixes here. But if you have like 5-7 where it never wins, you have 7 high, that's a bluff candidate because you're just never going to win. But some portion of the time you're going to win here. You can see it when you look at the breakdown tab on GTO Wizard. On GTO Wizard, the breakdown tab, you can look and see where your bluffs come from. And in a situation like this, they're going to come from the very, very bottom of your range.
Can anyone whiz
Which has
this
no
hand,
showdown.
or does anyone have to whiz?
This would be a middling card that would be in the middle of your range. You probably would check sometimes.
All right, let me if you I'll burn a whiz on it. Okay, here we go. So this is small blind versus big blind. Here we go. I'm going to turn on share. You guys are going to read me the board. All right, here we go. Replace current share. Here we go. All right, so small blind raises. His raise size was 3 or 3.5.
I think it was. I can't remember. I think it was 3. Yeah,
Okay,
3.
this is the 3 one. This is the one that has 3. So there we go. So we'll take a no rake environment. That's fine. We raise the 6. We still, even in a no rake environment, we love these. We still love these suited connectors. We don't love the gapper as much in a no rake environment, and we didn't do it. We called. Flop is. Read it off to me, please.
9 of clubs, 6 of spades, 4 of hearts.
4 of hearts. Okay.
Uh-oh.
No, I can only solve one today. That's fine.
Okay, it's got a new thing it's doing.
Yeah, I'm burning it. There we go. We've solved this flop. Okay.
He bets just under half pot.
Yeah. But he he did bet half pot?
Yeah,
Okay.
about half.
All right.
2.9 into 6.
Okay. And is it
It
gonna
looks like
look-
they're only giving single,
they're
giving
only
away
6
single
sides of
sizing.
this, but I've solved it, so let's see if it lets me change. I don't want the single. Yeah, thank you so much. All right. So this is, and it makes sense. This is a polar one. So let's play it out.
Oh, this is going to be way
This
different.
is gonna way different. All right. But I burned it, so let's do it. You bet.
Like, it might
8,
just
6
shove
calls.
off.
We call.
Yeah.
All right. The turn is
Jack of spades.
Jack of spades. And now he turns around and he checks.
72%
Doesn't do a lot of checking, but he does. And our 6-8
You definitely got
Showdown.
bluffed when he jammed.
Says he's got showdown now. So we do not like the bet. And when we bet, it is small. No, I'm sorry, it's big. Big. Everything's big. If we go big,
yeah, this is just gonna.
we're never gonna have this hand, we're never gonna have this combo. And then he calls it, and the river is the ace of not the ace of diamonds.
Yeah, it's ace of diamonds.
Ace of diamonds. There we go. You want to see what our bluffs are into his
Notice
check.
he donks ace 9.
Right. So he checked. Right.
Yeah.
You checked?
He checked. Okay. 7-5 cannot win.
Now go to the breakdown tab.
2 pair. Breakdown. All right.
Yeah, so you see breakdown. This shows. So you got the
Right.
value region on the right.
Bottom of
Highest
the
equity hands, which are shoving.
Yeah. Where does
You
this
have all
say?
these
Yeah, so
middling
we-
hands, which win sometimes. They don't win all the time.
Yeah.
Probably there's some 6s in here someplace.
Right.
And then at the bottom, no equity, never wins, must bluff.
Yeah.
3-2, 7-5.
Right. That's where they're coming from. Now,
But then there's going to be like some, like if you go to like the 38% area, probably going to be some like 6s in there.
yeah.
6-2.
6s. 9s, all these hands, just like that.
Yeah. These
This is
middling
polar.
hands just want to realize their equity.
Right.
No hands that never win ever
Right.
want to bluff. And then you
King
have a
Jack is
value
a value.
region.
Right. King Jack is value. All right. It thinks that a King Jack is enough value, and then it folds to a raise. King Jack is enough value. You get down into here, the ones that sometimes do it are worse jacks. That's your jack region. The very top of the worst is 10-8 because it's at least 10 high.
No. Also, it has gotchas or overcards.
Well, no, this is the river.
This is river
This
action.
is river.
Wait,
Oh my
did you
gosh,
did we set it up to bet the turn here?
Yeah, we bet the turn.
Okay,
We
then
bet the
go
turn
back
and
one
call.
step. Look at does he ever donk?
And then we check
After-
the right.
After
I'm
we
sorry.
bet the turn, does he ever donk?
We're in the wrong node. We're in this small blind. Small blind. He didn't bet the turn. I did this completely wrong. Small blind
Yeah.
checks, and we're the better. Small blind checks. This is on the turn. No, this is right. Flop. He bets.
We call.
We call. Turn. He checks.
We
We
bet.
bet. He calls. We're in the right node. The ace comes.
Does he ever donk?
Our only bluff, right? And I was we were in the completely wrong node.
Well, give him the check.
He's the small blind. He checks. This is our node.
Kind of the same
It's,
thing. It's just a
it's
little
going
bit
to be the
more.
same thing, but we're going to look at them now. So
It's just not quite as clear.
two pair, two pair, two pair. Then some value. Then here, a couple of two pairs uh, that check back, which is weird. But still, two pair. Two pair, two pair, two pair. Here's where you go. We've got some. By the way, they're all in on this one size thing. 6-4, two pair. Down at the bottom, the same hands that we expected. And then this weird island here does it. 6-5 does it.
Yeah, it does it some with the 6.
Yeah, it does. We were wrong.
If we go back to
Do I have to bluff
Mm.
bigger? Or are they just so inelastic it doesn't matter what size I bluff? They're just gonna fold
No,
the same range.
go back to the small blinds response. Does he ever donk?
Does the small
He
blind ever donk?
does.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
No, yeah, but they're
What
not
hands is he donking? Does
Two pair.
ace 9 ever donk?
Yes. Yes, it does.
At what frequency?
Half.
More than half, that looks like.
Let's see. Oh, then
You should not. Then
More
you
than half.
shouldn't. Yeah, then you shouldn't bluff this guy. Don't but like turn off the bluff.
Yeah.
Because
But
he's not
also,
donking when he's supposed to donk like half the time. That means his range is way too strong. And when we do have value, let's say we
oh, you're talking about
somehow
you're talking about now that we know this.
yes,
Yeah.
like this is how we should use the solver.
Right.
What is he supposed to donk on the river? He's not donking two pair. The solver donks like over half the time with ace 9. If we ever
Therefore he retains his ace 9 in this line.
yes, his range is too strong. You should not bluff into it because you lose more.
Yeah.
Even though we only saw one hand because this is a frequency thing, right? But just assume that he's doing that. He's never going to be balanced. Because even after we bet the turn, he's supposed to donk with ace 9. He did not.
Okay.
Then I would pile the money in. Like, because in this line, we could have a set, right? I would pile the money in if I had a set here. I would just jam all in and not bluff this guy.
Okay. All right, what else you got? Let me stop shit.
Yeah. Maybe I'll go one more.
And then we got another.
can-
We have another Josh hand coming. Okay.
Yeah,
So
let's do one more and then I'll come off.
right. And who took that hand? That was Larry. Larry took that hand.
Yeah.
Okay, Larry. Josh took the one before Larry. Rodney's still driving. So Lewis got here late, so he's missed a hand. So Lewis, this is you. You are Lewis. Never mind. All right, this one's me. I got queens. I'm so lucky. I play so good. We open queens. We get raised. This is a nice call. I mean, there are some people you can pile it in on, and that's okay. You know,
No, don't do that. But just pure cool
Just
this
call.
every time.
Just call. Play pros flop.
I made a big mistake, like just
Yeah.
even kings you're supposed to mostly call. I made a big mistake with kings in this spot a couple weeks ago. So
Yeah.
I'm learning, I'm just cooling.
It's fine. All right. We have the best hand here most of the time. It's not particularly vulnerable. Let's just call. When we take this.
Yeah, I think against most people you want to call just because people's free bet range from the big blind against under the guns just way too
Yeah.
value heavy.
We're probably ahead now. Now we're fucked. All right. Let's see how he responds.
Now we're
Yeah.
fucked.
No, we're not fucked. He checked. Let's check behind.
Yeah, I was thinking check behind, but then I decided let's try and like set my price if he's got jacks or tens.
Let's turn queens into
No. This is a value bet.
Okay, you're value betting here to get jacks and tens to call on the turn. Okay, and you got to bet small because that's for them to do it. Okay,
Then I'll
and
check back on every river except a
okay,
queen.
okay, and you didn't want to do this on the river instead of the turn.
No, I decided to go here. Like I
Right.
don't I like
That's that's my
if
question.
he had if he had ace king and he was bluffing pre, like I expect him to bet now, but I mean
No,
most
I understand.
like
What I mean
even though
is,
you're probably supposed to check in theory because I have way more fives, nines, and sevens.
no, I'm with you on that. If you're trying to target tens or jacks for one call, why do it on the turn and not on the river? The turn is when they're most likely to fold their tens and jacks, and the river, after it goes check, check, they're most likely to call them. It's the easiest call. If you're not going to go for two streets, why are you putting it on the turn and not on the river? That's my thought. That's my question. I don't say that you're wrong to do it. I'm asking why.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point because I
Okay.
guess the reason,
Okay,
yeah,
then I am saying you're
it's
wrong.
like
If you say it's a
it's
fair, if you don't give me a
no.
reason, then it was
Well,
wrong.
because well, my reason I was thinking like what my reason might be is like kind of makes it less likely you'll get bluffed, but they're not going to bluff you much anyway. So
Louis,
like
Yeah, but think about how nice it would be to go check, check, have the river come a blank. He bets one more time, not huge, and you decide to call it. You then capture their bluffs in addition to when they decide their tens, when they misvalue their tens and jacks. And when you get called here, I mean, if you think their bluff is going to be bigger than 10, maybe that's a reason. Okay, let's see what happens. Because
also,
you think so. Here's why. Oh, wait 1 second, Bub, and then it's you. You bet 10 here because you believe that when it goes check, check, and they bluff, they're going to bluff for bigger than 10.
yeah,
You're setting your price against their bluff. Okay, that's a reason. I think
but
the other
like
reason
but
is
that wasn't the reason. I was like, oh, like I feel like a lot of weak people they free bet too much with jacks and tens and queens compared to how much they should in GTO. And then like, oh, they're like, oh, the ace comes.
yeah,
I'm gonna check now. Their hands been downgraded significantly, but they're still gonna call a small bet.
I agree with
And
all that. Those are all reasons to bet the river and not the turn.
yeah,
Okay, Bub, what did you say?
yeah, my question would just be like, how many 5x, 9x, 7x hands can villain have here?
in reality, they should have it a sliver. Like they should sometimes free bet like. Actually, do they free bet 9-7, 9-6? I can't remember
No,
my ranges.
no,
I can get the range up,
no, but
but
they're going to do some 6-7, which has a straight draw to go with it. Some 7-8, which has a straight
Uh,
draw to go with it.
yeah,
but like people
the
don't. So like yeah, here's like you want to see a free bet range against under the gun at 100. Like it's
and my question would be more like, do you think they would choose this line with hands like this, like the 9x part, the 5x part? And I don't think so.
You don't think they're going to bet the flop and then get scared when the ace comes?
Yeah, I mean, they could. Betting flop, checking turn makes sense. So actually, I love the idea what you mentioned, checking back the turn. It makes a lot of sense, right? Because uh, on the river, whatever card comes, except a king would be not nice. But there are a lot of other cards that can come down,
Yeah,
and we are not afraid of.
yeah,
And it's very unlikely that he has a straight draw here.
yeah,
I mean, he could have pocket sixes. Who knows?
yeah. We don't want to see a 6 or an 8 or a king, but we really don't. It's really just a king we don't want to see. All right, let's see what happens. He calls. All right, there it is.
Oh, whoa, the worst card. Please check and check
Check
back.
behind. Ace 5. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so let's play it the other way. And by the way, he played weird.
yeah. I don't know why I didn't bet to turn. I mean, I'm surprised to even see ace five. I rarely see a lot
Yeah,
of people just call, but maybe
yeah,
this guy knows his. I mean, this guy looks a bit aggressive from these stats.
yeah.
So
Right.
like
So
37% free bet.
we go check, check. the river comes the king. He now bets out. We fold.
Yeah.
And let's say the river doesn't come a king. Let's say the river comes a real blank, a deuce. What size is he betting on the river when we go check, check? We call the flop. Turn goes check, check. River comes the king. What
Well,
size?
if he has like a jacks or tens, he'll probably either bet small or check.
Right. No, what size does he bet with this hand?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I have no idea. I don't study this spot very much. I don't know what
Yeah. Right.
Cyrex Max
What
does.
would you bet here with two pair? I mean, you wanna get value.
I would bet the turn.
Yeah, I
But
guess
you
like
checked it.
it's kind of hard to get free streets with ace five here though, to be fair. Like, well, ace king,
I'm gonna
I
try.
guess. But like,
Oh.
the people call ace king on this bad board against a small bet,
What is
maybe.
the smallest sizing you would go here for just for value? You don't think he ever raises? What's the smallest sizing?
You're talking about he never raises the turn or he never raises your river bet?
He never raises your river bet.
Oh, you're saying if we went check? Well, no, but if this did the check check line, we weren't betting this king. We were going to go check check
No.
So
and then and we were going to go check check and then go. Why didn't we bet the turn against his jacks and his tens when he shows us his jacks and tens? But I still, yeah.
I suspect a solver's gonna mostly be checking the turn, but like it might be a sliver of bet, small, maybe.
Right.
But like yeah, it'll probably be one of the most checked combos realistically. Maybe king. I don't know what would bet more on the turn, kings or queens, as played. That's an interesting question.
Queens, but I
Yeah.
would do it, but I bet neither of them do it very much. All right, so we're low jack in a raked situation. Okay. Eats out ache. We have low jack. We open queens like a person does. Big blind is what he has. He's in big blind.
Yeah.
He three bets us with the ace five suited in that way. Queens love the call. We call. Flop comes 5-7-9. That comes sorry. Jack five of hearts. No, wrong hand. Sorry. 9-7-5 rainbow. 9-7-5 hearts big club. Okay, let me put this in and then I will switch over. There we go. Okay, now I will steal the zoom from you. Okay. So here we go. His ace five continues a lot, as he did, and he bets small, right?
Yeah.
That's what happened, which he sometimes does, although he likes to bet bigger with his hand in solver, but he does it. He bets small. Queens don't fold yet. Against a bigger bet, by the way. Queens don't fold yet. Against a giant bet. Queens don't fold.
I mean, the key thing is you just what was this note 0% raise in other than I mean you basically never raise because the range is so polar.
So he bets. So against all these, was I in the right place there? Yeah. When he bets 5.1, we do this. When he bets 12.3, we do this. Yes, I was right. There we go. So we call. Turn comes the ace of what?
Diamonds.
Ace of diamonds, offsuit ace.
So Badoogie board.
His ace continues betting, and that makes just total sense. Let's continue to bet an ace five. He didn't. Oh, interestingly enough,
You checked though.
he checked the aces that he checked, by the way, the ace five had some suitedness to them. Oh no, he can't have that's what it is. Ace five of spades, ace five of diamonds. You can't have the ace of diamonds there. So the spade should have still been there. All right, so turn comes.
Well, what's he supposed to do on the turn? Like, is he check
On the
a
turn, he's ace five. See, the
Can you
problem is I
normalize,
couldn't see the
please?
ace five of spades. That's why. You
Can
guys
you
are blocked.
normalize, please?
So yeah. You want to see what?
Can you normalize the squares? It's a bit hard to see.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, let me make them big. There we
Yeah.
go. All right. So the ace five bets. Doesn't have it all that much. So there he is. He bets it. In the sliver of check that he does, not that it matters to us that that's what he does, our queens love to check back.
Yeah,
Love
never
it.
bet.
Love it. Our kings love to check back. You want to know which one bets more?
The jacks.
99.5, 99.7. The queens bet 0.2 more.
I'm sure the queen, in my view, though,
The
I
jack,
guess in my view of the world, I was like, they're probably got free betting jacks and tens more than they should and under doing the other ones, which kind of changed things. So it's a bit
right.
of an exploit. But
But
yeah,
again,
I mean,
but again,
in theory, yeah.
that argues for why you have the best hand here and you can get some value. And if you were going to bet twice, I have nothing to say about it. But when you said you were going to check back the river, that's why I was proposing that you check now and then on a river blank, like a deuce, or let's make it a really fun one. Another ace.
I don't
Another
think
ace.
this is a spot you want to go that thin, to be honest. Like in
And he,
reality.
right. And he checks again on the second ace. I'm still not doing it, but the kings are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'd be happy to do it.
I mean, because his range is just like
Yeah.
it's typically big pairs,
Yeah.
ace king and air generally. It's like a polarized
Yeah.
pre-flop range.
Yeah. But I agree with
And
this. That most of it, all these hands, except I don't agree with the aces. I agree with all the rest of this. Sorry, that here. I agree with this. This is what I agree with. There we go.
do you mean don't you want to be on the low jack range? Not
This is
the
what I agree with. I
yeah,
agree
yeah,
with
yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
Although I don't know that I agree with this and all of
Well,
this.
still, yeah, and it's
I agree
yeah,
with all this checking here. I agree
that's
with,
like
but I
a
agree with this. That's what I agree with.
yeah, ace king. Noticeably, ace king is kind of scared. I guess ace king's like it's kind of hard to bet twice
I
and
don't know.
get value.
I don't know that I would call this scared because notice all the checking along the line. Just he let him hang himself.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe I
Yep.
was a
Okay.
bit greedy, but maybe it's good if my reads are they free bet too much.
But again, that's all an argument for a bet. Why is that an argument for betting the turn and not the river?
Yeah,
I mean, you get to disagree with me. You don't have to play my way, but you don't get to say the same reason and go back to it. You got to say because Scotty can't do math and has blown pot odds 3 days in a row and is getting old and is probably senile. Those are good reasons.
all right, I'm done with my hands now.
Okay. All right. We got another Josh one, I think. Zoom. All right. Let me go back. I think there's a Josh one that I missed. Going back to here. Yeah, here we go. I think this is a new Josh one. Are you guys seeing my screen? Yes, you are. Did we do this ace queen offsuit yet? No, we have not done this. All right. Great. All right. First thing, whose hand is this going to be? This is going to be Lewis. Lewis, you have ace queen offsuit.
Oh, what's this? Raise, three bet. I mean, I usually fold here in my games.
Me too. I like this fold.
And I think in theory you kind of fold
Yeah.
unless you're in late position with ace queen. I think cutoff versus button you can call maybe, but
I like this.
I assume in live games people aren't free betting enough either.
Yeah, the 10 nuggets in the meeting call.
Raise,
Yes.
re-raise. We are back on the low jack. Well, foldy, fold. Cat.
Thank you. You too.
Right. All right. Foldy, fold. All right. But Lewis doesn't. But Josh does not fold. Instead, Josh calls. All right. You're gonna have to play it. But yeah, that's the biggest lesson, Josh. This is a good fold. This is a good fold in GTO world. This is a good fold in the real world. Oh well. Time to win or lose a lot of money. All right, Lewis, what do you want to do? You want to donk?
No.
Me either. All right, we check. He bets 15 into 53 into after the rake into about 45-ish, something like that. 45, 48.
Yeah, I think only one option. Cool. Raising, you just I mean,
You have the ace
he's
of
gonna have
diamonds.
ace king. He's gonna have ace king a lot.
Yep. Yeah, I don't want to fold any ace queen suited, any ace queen combo yet, but never with the ace of diamonds.
In a live game, I don't think I'm that scared of nines or sevens, to be honest. Like online, where people are only free bet, I'd be a bit more scared they could have that. But here,
Yep. Yeah,
like they're probably
exactly.
just cool in.
Nines and sevens do a lot of calling in live games, but ace king does. But ace king raises there. All right. What would you like to do?
I think you can donk, but if you want, like, but I don't know, like, that's a theory play against a GTO free betting range. But what do I want to do against player six? So he's probably gonna check back a lot. What's he gonna do with ace king? Mm.
He is going to
Mm.
continue betting his ace king suited and offsuit. He's going to continue betting his ace queen suited and offsuit. He's going to continue betting his ace jack suited and his ace 10 suited.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think like what there's queen of diamonds and king of diamonds. If he's got king of diamonds, it'll be king queen. Uh, Offsuit if he even does that free bet stat.
Josh says
And
no.
and like ace king with a diamond, we're already losing to. Um,
Josh, no to what?
can we
No,
get
he
cool?
doesn't
But
continue betting those hands.
yeah, yeah, I might just set my price and like bet a third.
Right? All right. If
Yeah,
you bet a
like
third,
bet like 20, 25
if you bet a
or
third,
30. I bet like 30.
you're probably not getting raised by ace king, ace queen, or ace jack. The only hand that might raise you here is the flush and maybe ace 10, but probably not. Ace 10 probably just calls.
Yeah, I'm betting to fold. That's the thing. Like, it's kind of hard to bet to fold depending on the price. But I mean, I don't expect to get raised a lot.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So you're making a blocker bet on the turn of about 20.
Yeah, probably
Or
like 30. Yeah,
30. Yeah, because I think the 20 is so small it feels like you're trying to get there and might encourage a raise. We go 30 here. Let's see what happens. I would check. Let's see what Josh did. Josh checks. Oh, what a great bet. He bets 35 into 83.
I just cool.
Did we
Do you
get three
not
bet?
think- Yes, this is a 3-bet pot.
And he
Okay.
checked back the flop?
Nope, he bet the flop, he bet the turn. And we called the 3-bet with ace queen offsuit, even though we believe it's a better fold. We called it this time.
Oh my god, this is a hungry horse alum.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you want to do to this, Lewis? Do you want to check raise now with your ace of diamonds to this size?
No, just cool.
Yep, I agree. If he's got a bluff, he keeps bluffing. If he has a singleton diamond, that would be great.
Yeah, I mean, if a diamond comes, might be a good spot to donk.
But you expect
But
you have the best hand here, right? Now you expect you have the best hand when he bets 35 here, right?
no, you could easily have like ace king,
Okay, still has ace king. All right.
like
So
like,
we
like
went for the check.
tens.
We went for the check raise.
Okay, I don't like it.
Check raise. If he just calls, we're okay.
I mean, if he jams, you have to cool off, and you're just cooling off behind like every time. Probably.
I don't know. We could
I
talk
mean,
about
maybe you can fold. When he jams, you have like 25% equity, or well, plus like three queens, I guess,
maybe your 3 queens may be good.
or like two extra queens because one's a diamond, which was already your in the outs. So like, yeah, you'll have like what you have like it's like 18% plus two more cards. So what do you do? Times it by like two, don't you?
Now,
Yeah, so you have like tw
the queen comes, if the queen comes, are you going to bet or are you going to check?
no, I was thinking if you get jammed on, but
Oh, if you get good jam, right? Okay, and there is the jack.
yeah, I mean, what do we? So I have to check now. Like, I mean, you're not getting called or folding better.
Right.
You're not getting called by worse, or you're not folding better. So you just have to
He jams.
sad check fold. Okay.
He jams. We're basically turning it. We're basically turning our ace into a bluff here to try ace king to fold. We're not trying to get value anymore from an ace.
Aces might even fold.
Yeah, we're not trying to get value even from an ace five. Yeah,
No, we're bluffing
we're
here.
bluffing. All right, so we turn ace queen into a bluff. He calls, and he has the set from the beginning. All right, let's play this out. We raise here. At this moment, we check. He bets 15. We call. On the diamond, we wanted to check behind. We wanted to check. If you bet your 30, he probably raised you, but he might have just called thinking if you have diamonds, but I'm never folding. But let's do the check line. He's going to bet 35 because he's on like this, and we're just going to call the 35. Call the 35. On the river, the jack comes. We're definitely checking.
Yeah, and he's not betting.
He might not bet.
Yeah, he might not bet. That's the
Great.
thing.
And if he bets, we have a pretty easy fold unless the bet is tiny.
Yeah.
And then we lose a tiny amount. Yeah. So we think, Josh,
We have more fold equity if we if we just check call, and he bets small on the river, and we just jam over him. We have much more fold equity because our stack is huge. The pot is small.
sounds good. And then I'm supposed to look. Let's see. All right. Oh, Bub sent something. So and I'm Josh, just so you know, I have no idea what you were saying no to. So I'm deciding that it was that you didn't want cream in your coffee. All right. So that's that one. And then the other new Josh is this. Here's another new Josh that came. Another new Josh, right? I think this is the one we already saw that one. I think Josh posted one more. As I scroll through the comments, there's Larry's comment, Bub, Josh is back. Nope, that was the only one that Josh put in. All right. Okay, if anybody else has one they want to do, we'll do that. Otherwise, we'll look at some hands where we get to see what they had without losing all our money. Sometimes. We're going to lose all sometimes. All right. So I am sharing. Let's go to Poker Tracker. So check jam river. Us? No. No. Check fold to a big bet. I would check call a small bet. A small bet, but I'm mostly check folding. You're going to check jam. You're going to turn your ace into a bluff on the river by making it a check against the small size. That's what he's asking. We have an awesome bluffing hand. We have the ace of diamonds. Yes, we do, but we have an ace. Does an ace ever win here? Is he going to fold that? So when he bets 35 and we just call, check, bet 35, call. River comes the jack. We check. He's got a bunch of money left. We think he's going to bet to try to get called by an ace. So we think he's going to bet medium small. You're going to jam into his nines.
We have more fold equity that
We
way.
do. We do have more fold equity. We get to see his size on the river first.
Yeah.
I'm not bluff jamming the river. Is anybody bluff jamming the river?
No, I mean, I
Check
just
jamming.
are these fish at a casino going to be out here folding sets? I don't think they came to the casino to fold sets.
No, but his range isn't only sets.
Yeah, but it's just like it's a
He
bit
checks behind
fancy.
so many.
I
He
mean,
checks behind so many aces that aren't. I mean, I don't bet ace king. I don't bet ace king for value on that river.
I played at casino a small bit. I don't play much the cash games, but like I lean very much to like just a tight, very basic strategy, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, I play very different just because people play too many hands. I just sit there like a nit, wait for something because they don't fold anyway.
yeah,
Then I get my value, or they just fold to me because,
yeah.
I haven't played a hand in two orbits,
Right.
I mean,
And you guys,
that's
Yeah.
yeah, and you guys say that they call the three bets too wide. In my game, I do not find them calling the three bets too wide.
okay.
They may under bluff the four. They may under four bet bluff. Right.
You're in a bad game scoring.
I got a lot of three bets get folded. Too. I raised to three. I three bet them and they fold. They three bet me and I fold. I see it a lot. All right. I also see it online. A lot of folding to three bets. But maybe the difference is my player pool, or maybe the difference is what I think the word a lot means. All right, here we go.
God, let's be honest, your home game, everyone's like 60 plus.
My home
They know how
game?
to fold.
My home game? My home game isn't no, my home game is they're terrible. But my home game is a tournament. I don't play any no limit cash home. I don't have any friends who have money. All right. Here we go. Let's see some hands. All right. Seen those. Here we go. Okay, we will start. We will
Are
start.
these
All right.
are these from this
Oh.
week?
No, they're probably from 2 weeks ago. What's the date? The date is 3/27. Okay. Okay. The first one is the ace queen. So let's start at the ace queen and go backwards. Just in case there's any context that comes up. It won't, because we're not going in. We're missing a ton of hands here when we do this. But there we go. Okay. Ace queen in the big blind. This is going to go to, since I don't have the list, this is going to go starting with, we'll start at Rodney. Are you still driving? Rodney's still driving. We are going to Larry to start with.
All right.
We're starting a new list. All right.
All right. We are
Larry.
like ace queen.
We like ace queen, and especially, let's see what the action is. Raise to 2. Oh, what do we want to do to that?
Let's
Probably-
three bet someplace between 11 and 11 big blind.
Yeah, yeah. And because he only raised to 2, we also are okay with 2 big with 10. 10, 11, 11, 12, 11.
Oh, I don't free bet here that often, but I guess you can.
Cut off.
If you're moving from GG to Poker Stars, you want to compare and contrast those pre-flop ranges, because you're moving from a site where they charge you rake pre to a site where no flop, no drop. There's no rake pre. So your three bet ranges change a lot.
Like wider
Yes.
or just different hands?
Yeah, wider, a lot more hands.
Yep.
The
All right.
three bet ranges between GG and sites that don't charge rake pre are very different.
Yeah, all right. I'll have a look.
And also in California, where the flop is where all the money goes on the drop, then you just do this relentlessly. All right.
This is a fold.
All right, we're folding. Let's see what we folded to. Good fold. All right.
Do I get to do a post flop hand?
Yeah, you can do another hand. All right, here we go. Next hand is you have king 4 and you're limped to.
What are these guys? Can you tell if these guys limp before or was 54 hands?
Yes. He's got a 12% limp here, so he has limped 3 times in his life. It hasn't happened yet this session. So
Okay.
yep.
I'm not really actually wanting to ISO play this out of position against a first act limper.
Right. And it's not an ISO. Your last act. ISO implies that you get to take it, that you get to isolate him. He's already isolated.
I'm using the term
Yeah.
ISO
Yeah.
liberally.
Right.
I don't think we want to raise
Yeah.
UTG limper with this.
Yeah. That's fine. And the only reason I say that is we want to keep that in mind, that one of the purposes of that raise is not just to attack his weak range, it's to take it, it's to be the only player against him. And we
Yes,
are.
that's a good point. That's a
Yeah,
good point.
we are.
All right. So we get an interesting flop. I don't think there's any reason to lead here. So
Mhm.
we'll check.
We don't?
That's relatively big, although I think we call.
Yep. He bets big percentage wise, but not a lot of money. That's not our concern that it's not a lot of money. It's just what it means for him.
Yeah, it's always very interesting when they use these big bets in an ISO pot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the percentage of the pot, it
yeah.
absolutely doesn't matter, but what do you think about it? Maybe
Right.
you're not thinking relative to the size of the pot.
Mhm.
But I think we
his,
call with a backdoor flush draw.
for his range, yeah. For his range and a pair. The pair counts as something. We don't fold
Yeah.
because this can happen. All
Okay.
right.
I don't think we need to lead here.
Mm-hmm. Check. He bets big for the pot.
I don't think we fold with this combo.
Nope.
Implied odds infinite. Not really though, because we're out of position.
Yeah. Do you want to check raise with this combo?
Not against these sizes.
Me either.
No, he's probably got an ace.
All right.
Yeah. Check and fold when he bets the third time.
Okay. Do you want to consider turning this hand into a bluff now?
I think that
No.
asking a limper to fold an ace is a little too far for me.
Okay. Good enough. But I want you to, but I want you to answer the exact question asked. I agree with what you just said. I want you to ask the exact question. Should you consider turning this into a bluff and donking out?
By a check raise on river or by donking?
Let's just do the general thing. Would you consider a donk bluff here?
No, not against these two sizes.
Okay. I think you should consider it and then decide not to do it.
Okay.
But that's what I mean. I literally
yeah.
meant consider. I want that to be in your thought process when this comes going. Should I donk bluff this? I think the answer is no, because this becomes a decent candidate for check raise bluff because there are hands that can go check, check, and you can win. They exist.
Yeah. Yeah.
And limpers,
I see your
limpers-
point though.
But
I mean, limpers tend to be cool in
Oh, you gotta
stations.
fold.
I mean,
Gotta
limpers
fold.
tend to be cool in stations, in my
Holy
opinion.
shit.
Oh my
in
god, what
your
the fuck?
face.
That's crazy.
Holy shit.
All right, you want to consider the donk bluff now?
I mean,
I
if they're
don't
gonna
know
fold
if this-
top two,
I don't know if this works against a lot of people.
I don't know either. I didn't expect to see the ace queen. I only played the hand and marked it. I marked
yeah.
it live to see what did he fold to.
Is this the first time you've seen his combo?
Yep. I'm quite
I
surprised.
think that.
I'm very
I
surprised
mean,
by
we were right. He loved his hand, right?
yeah. I'm surprised by the open limp. I'm glad I didn't raise it. I'm not surprised by that size. I'm not surprised by that size. I'm a little surprised that I did it.
This
And I'm
shows you the
pretty
power
sure
of an
surprised that he
overbet
folded.
against the right kind of
Oh my.
player.
Yeah.
But he should be folding this. He's beating value. He's beating
Right.
tons of two-pair.
Okay. So I will now tell you how I found this bluff, what my thought process was. And I do not think it's the best thought process because
Yeah.
because I should have taken I should have taken one more beat and I don't think I did. So when I call this size bet here with what is now a draw in my mind,
Yeah.
okay, I think my 4 is good and I think my king is good. I'm wrong about my king. I think my diamonds are good. I now have, when I do this with a draw, I have both draws. So I'm going to bet a diamond, but I'm also going to bet a straightening card.
Okay.
And I might even bet the 10 as the straightening card, although I probably won't. But that's what it is since I'm going to bet out my 5s, what are my bluffs that make sense? Well, this does. The thing that I didn't think was this might function better as a check raise bluff after I see what he does, after I see his size,
Uh-huh.
because when it goes check, check, I win sometimes. But I didn't think that. I don't have any memory of thinking that it was a good candidate for that in game. but I do know that I said if I did this with a straight draw and the flush came in, I have a flush. If I do this with a flush draw and the straight comes in, I have a straight. I have both.
Yeah, I see your point.
That's how I find those in mind. Okay, there we go, Larry. You went post flop. After
Okay,
Larry,
thank you.
it is. Let's see who's after Larry. It is Lewis, I believe. Yes, Larry then Lewis.
All right, cool. I'm probably gonna go after this because
Okay.
it's almost 8 o'clock and I want to play.
Okay, good. I'm glad I gave you. I'm glad I gave you this one. All right, here we go.
Well,
You don't get to look. Don't look, Lewis. Don't look. I hope you didn't look. All right, you got 9-8 suited in the hijack.
Yeah,
What to do?
raise this. I mean, I think in a chart maybe you fold sometimes,
It's
but
a
I
fold.
don't.
It's a fold sometimes. In
Yeah,
the
I
high
don't know.
in the hijack,
People
I
don't free bet.
suspect this is. I suspect this one folds a lot in the hijack. I think the 9-8 is the one weird one, because of how it acts on a 10-jack queen board, or maybe it's just
I
a weird.
mean, I assume this is a soft game on an American type site, so
It's on. Yeah, it's on
yeah,
Iggy. All right.
yeah. So I'd raise every time.
Yeah. So this is looking at this loveliness just to see our little thing. Oh yeah, we're at it again. Okay. So fold hijack.
Yeah, it's a
This,
fold.
this is a fold in peak, but the wizard, the six max wizard, here we go. Yeah, pretty similar. Yep. So it's a fold, the ones around it. No. So this is either an exploit or me not knowing ranges. Call it what you want. We played it. We get called once in position. We flop a lot.
Well, I just bet like a third,
Okay.
or you can bet bigger.
Yep,
Like
we did a third. Yep.
I
You
don't
get
really want to check. I don't really want to check it. I mean, I tend to check a lot our position, but I think this is like a rare situation where I kind of just want to bet
yep.
my hand.
Yeah. So we did. There we go. We got a deuce.
Well, now I'm gonna blast it, or like maybe bet like heart.
We want to bet an amount. We want to know what's inelastic out there. A single spade. We want to bet an amount that the single spade calls, but if the single spade folds, we don't care. That's okay. They fold away equity. And we want overpairs to call, and especially overpairs with a spade. So what size is that? What size will do that?
Worth noting, this guy's a broken stack, but maybe he just forgot to add on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my default would probably be like 75, but like, if I think he's just gonna call his ace of spades every time, I'd size up
Okay. Good. And then
to
do you
like Paul.
and then speaking of his range, um, do you think that he is devoid of flushes here?
I think against a small bet, I don't think he's devoid. It's hard. To be honest, it's impossible to know.
Right. I don't
Uh,
think he's devoid of them. I think he has some.
uh,
And so I think a bet of like 30 would be
it's fine. I'm just gonna fold if he
yeah.
raises.
Yeah, but I don't
Like,
want to put in I don't want to put in 30.
unless it's like a min click and I'm getting odds to draw to a
Yes,
bow, but
you're not.
uh, well,
Even
how
in
much?
you're not.
What we
If I
got?
go, I mean, if I go 30, if I go
We need
one
like
he
12.
puts
We
to
need
two.
12%. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you got infinite pot. You got yeah.
And
In
out of
game is
position.
hard.
Yeah.
You got infinite implied odds. So yeah, okay, I like this.
Yeah. So go eight and to get called by all those, we get called. We like that.
All right.
All right. We now lose
Um.
for pairs.
Yeah. Now it's kind of like what what can we get value from? I might just. I'm trying. There's this. Yeah. I think it's too hard to get paid by. I think I'll check here and then see what he does.
Yeah. The only thing we get value from that we beat is we still beat ace nine and we still beat ace eight and we still beat 9-10.
It's
That's
a
what
six spot if he fucking bets though. Like.
so I bet it.
Oh, yeah, I don't like it.
I bet it, and I guess I'm going for the fold on the river if he raises, and he just folds, and so I want to see what he had.
You kind of missed
He
an opportunity for him to bluff, but I don't know
did.
if this guy would bluff. Like the people who cold call in position tend to be a bit wider and don't not like to bluff from my view.
So We got good value from the king of spades on the flop and the turn. Maybe the turn size against this hand class could have been a little bit bigger.
Your river bet's literally achieving nothing. Like
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah. And again, if he folds there, but I gave him no opportunity to bluff the river. And what am I trying to get called by? I'm trying to get called by ace nine and ace eight. That's what I'm trying to get called by. And I thought they would
Which
call this size.
yeah, which I don't think I think that's optimistic.
Yeah, that's what it is I thought they would call
Unless
this.
you got someone marked as a station, you know.
Yeah. Nope, I don't have him marked as anything. He's got 5 hands on him. Yeah. Okay. Good enough.
All right, I'm gonna go play, but
Okay.
have fun, guys.
All right. Good luck. All right, Bub.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Bub. You have pocket kings because you're a better
Oh,
person.
that's a good hand.
Yep. And you got raised.
I like this rebet.
Okay. What size?
I would go for 8.
Okay. 8's good. I'm going to go 7, but 8's fine. Same thing. You get called. That's good. That's bad. check
It's
you.
not bad. It's not bad, but it's we don't love the ace, right?
We do not love this.
I still range bet here, so I would go like 5 big blinds, 5.5, something like
Right.
this.
Right. And you're going to get called by pocket queen. You're going to call by everything 7s through jacks. They're going to call one time.
Yep, at
Yep.
least.
Yep. And I checked, risking giving 7s through jacks a chance to get a set, risking the hearts there.
On the
That's
other
what's
hand,
risk.
I mean, if you want to check one hand, it's exactly this one, right?
Yeah. Yep. Maybe with a king of hearts, it's better.
I don't know. So pocket kings are the hands you want to check here, but yeah.
He checks again.
Okay, so at least here we feel confident that he doesn't have an ace.
Yep.
He can still have an ace, obviously, but it's very unlikely at this point. If he had a flush draw, he might have bluffed.
Yep.
And if he had a pocket pair, this line makes perfect sense. And
Yep.
we beat a lot of pocket pairs.
Yes.
So I would bet here. And I would bet something like 10 bigs.
Okay. That makes sense. This, I think we're going for only one street. You know, if we get called at 10, I don't think we're betting the river.
Oh, okay. So you would go like pot size?
No, I'm saying if we bet 10, no, I'm fine with that. I think that there, but, and this is a case where I think I don't want to wait for the river to make the one bet. I think I want to do it here because a 3, a 5, and an 8 are all terrible because I either don't get called or I get beat. There's that. There's all that. So I think that I want to make my bet here and not on the river. But I decided that the 5 is not that bad because in a 3-bet pot he doesn't have he has fewer of the 5s to worry about the 3 and the 8, and he has fewer of the 8s to worry about the 5. And I get punished with a jack. That's fine. And he checks, and now we make our one value bet.
Okay, so
What's the TV?
I would go for pot size.
Okay. Pot and get called by a jack. Called by a
Yeah,
jack.
I hope I get called by a jack and maybe pocket tens, maybe pocket
Yeah.
nines, eights.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I'm going to go in that 10 to 15 range, I bet. I just go half. And I get raised.
Half pot getting raised here. It's so. I'm folding here. I can already tell you, I'm always folding here, but
Folding is good.
you don't. But his line makes absolutely no sense to me, and
Pocket jacks.
Yeah, I mean that's
Even then
that's
they bet, and who think they
pinpointing him on two
yeah,
combinations.
but also it doesn't feel like pocket jacks. It doesn't feel like a set because he's really gonna in a hand where I so obviously hate the ace. He's gonna depend on me betting the river and not checking back my
Yeah,
hands.
it's like if he has something like 5-8 here somehow for whatever reason he has 5-8 here. Why would he play it like this?
No,
I don't know. Yeah, I'm falling,
ace jack. Nothing
and
makes sense. Nothing makes sense.
yep,
Nothing
and
makes sense.
he shows you
Nothing makes
7,
sense. Yeah.
8.
Yeah. And that's the thing there. Everything about this underbluff check raised rivers, the sizing and everything about it is the fold in the simplified Sam world and the simplified Brian world. Except
Interesting.
have to include no, nothing makes sense to us.
Okay, but the interesting part is for me that is maybe a subjective thinking about spots.
It is.
When I see spots where some hands where you think it's very unlikely that they can have this hand, you would be like, you spot on this is a two pair of the trips they can have, like pocket jacks here. They always have it. So I stopped calling these spots because it's so random
Bub,
and somehow they have it.
but you have to do this part of it though. I'm
Hmm.
This is not where it went check bet, check bet, check bet raise, and they only have these hands, It's that when we do this, we three bet, right?
Yeah,
What does our hand look like? When we go check, check, it looks like we have pocket aces or we don't have an ace, right?
exactly.
We have pocket aces or we don't have an eight. All right, ace. Then the 7 comes. Check, check. We don't have an ace.
Yeah, we clearly don't have an ace
We don't
for
have an
villain
ace.
40. Yep.
We now have half the pocket aces that we had, which we didn't have many of, and we don't have an ace, right? So this is what my hand looks like.
Yeah, we have
Now
kings down.
Right. He now has pocket jacks. He has ace jack. He has 5-8. All those hands, pocket sixes, pocket fours, pocket sevens. All those hands make sense right now, right? We both agree.
Yes. Yep.
Do they now? Do they really now? When my hand is pocket aces, very rarely, and a pocket pair smaller than aces, he's going to check and let me check back all my aces. I mean, check back all my kings and queens and just never get a bet from me. He's going to think that I'm a
Um,
bluff after I've been the person who's done it twice. I mean, who plays like me? Who plays like I did there?
that's fair. By the way, I think pocket sevens would have bet here on the river.
Right.
So yeah.
That's
I
my
don't
point.
give him that. So it's
Right.
basically yeah.
Right. That's what I mean, is that it's not that it makes no sense for him to get to here with the hands you just said. That's what makes no sense. That he checks them. That he has a hand that he's willing to be patient enough to check, where I check back 3 times. I don't bet.
I agree with you.
I mean, remember Johnny Chan, Johnny Chan in Rounders, check called, right? He didn't go check, 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 if I remember correctly. So
I
anyway,
don't know.
that's why. That's why.
Okay. I can understand the call. I still yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very biased because I feel like in these spots when I see this line, I would fold, and it's probably very bad reasoning. It's just a bad experience,
Okay.
to put it that way.
All right. That was my thing. Next time, if I'm, I could be wrong a bunch of the other times.
And
I could be telling you.
but actually I agree with you. His
Okay.
line makes 0 sense, and I would love to call here, and I should probably.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, we have an 8-9. Same thing. Josh, what would you like to do with 8-9 suited here? Hi, Josh. We've learned that it is a fold, but we're going to open it as we do. All right, here we go. And you get called. Good luck with your early position suited connectors. All right, there we go. Yeah, that's something. He checks. What would you like to do, Josh? Okay. What size? 3 big blinds. All right. So I think the Hungry Horse bets here because he bets all the time here. And I think that Jonathan Little checks back here. And today I would like to be Jonathan Little. And I'm going to try to play the whole hand, this hand, like Jonathan Little. Why am I playing against this guy like Jonathan Little as opposed to the horse? Because his stats are decent. That's why. Jonathan Little is a better player than Hungry Horse. No. Jonathan Little is a more rounded player, meaning he kills in cash games and he kills in tournaments. And Mark Goons will himself say that he is a bad tournament player. Jonathan Little is probably better at the absolute highest stakes because he spends a lot of time and work on that. Is Jonathan Little's is Hungry Horse's strategy better at the low stakes than Jonathan's when he plays this strategy? I don't know. So yeah, he's a better overall player. I don't know if he's a better cash game player at 5-10. He might be. I don't know. They're both pretty good. Uh, Mark Goons has a better video editor than Jonathan Little. I prefer Jonathan Little's style and thinking to Mark Goons' style. I think Mark Goons' style is very valid. There we go. So there's my little thing about the differences. And who am I to judge either of them? They're both fucking better than me. All right. So we check. Hey, hey, hey. He bets. What would you like to do? Call. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, call. We love this. This is a perfect call in that world. Ace. He checks. All right. You want to turn your 9 into a bluff? I don't think we need to. Me either. I don't think we need to. Yeah, we didn't need to. Unfortunately, ace jack 9-9-8. We play. Ha ha. Perfect. How much money did we leave on the table through this line? Check. We bet we bet 3. He calls. So basically the same amount of money. No, on the flop. Check. We bet 3. He calls. Turn. He checks. We bet on the turn. We bet more chunky, probably. Yeah, we probably do. And then on the river, we check back. So I think Mark Goons' line the line that I would attribute to Mark Goons is going to make more money than the line that I attribute to Jonathan Little on this flop. And I like this one better. I like how it played out against the range. How many big blind swings do you have on an average session? Too many. Let me think. Live. The good days live just kind of trickle up, winning a bunch of small pots, and then you lose a buy-in or win a buy-in all at once in the hand that has to happen. So if I play long enough, I'll have a full 100 big blind swing either up or down, either winning that hand or losing that hand, while the rest of the time sitting there, hopefully grinding up a few big blinds, every round, every other round. How many sessions do I win or lose? I lose too many of them. I have to look. I don't know the answer. I am a winning player overall. I am playing with other people's money. You're down 300 big blinds right now. Yep, that can happen. On this site, I put in $1,000. Wait a minute. I'll tell you that later. I'll tell you when we're not recording. Okay. Remind me. All right, here we go. Next one is after Josh, we're back to Larry.
All right.
Okay. Yep. Okay, here we go. And let's not show the hold cards. That was an easy call. All right, here we go. Ace 10. Small blind v big blind.
Let's open a 3 big blinds.
Okay, maybe 3.5, something like that. Anything 3 to 3.5. Great. We do 3.2. He calls. Ace of hearts. What would you like to do?
I like to check raise. So I'm going to check in anticipation. He's going to bet.
All right. Yeah. 3 to a flush, 3 to a straight, 2 overcards. That's enough to check raise in this world. Check. Check.
You
Oh,
not get what we wanted.
yes. But also, we don't mind that. That's the other thing. Because
True.
they say people check back with showdown value. They also check back with shit. Our shit beats his shit. We don't have to bluff this. We can just check to the river and win. Oh, okay.
All right, now we have a value hand
We have value hand.
in this configuration.
All right.
Pretty. I think, yeah, we get the bets. I would construct 2 streets here. I would construct 2 streets with value. I would bet small, about a third.
Okay. What is his range right now?
It's very hard to range people blind versus blind, but we could put him in a marginal showdown with a 2 or 4, which wants to get there. An 8
a
depends
bunch
on the
of-
player if he's going to have any bluffs.
He's gonna have a bunch of air though, right?
He's going to have some air.
Yeah. So he's gonna have a bunch of hands that are gonna fold to a breath.
Yeah, so we like a small size to keep his range wide.
Yeah. Or we bet slightly bigger on the idea that we were going to get that 1 big blind doesn't get that there's no difference between 1 big blind and 4 big blinds now for his range. You could say that and bet bigger because all of his air folds to 1 big blind too.
Yeah, they're targeting different value from different parts of his range.
Yeah. I still went to third because
Yeah, I think I like this is the size I would use here.
because I just thought like, okay, I have to go small. He's kind of weak. And I didn't think any more deeply than that. Okay. There's the call.
You're called.
Do we think we have the best hand right now?
We think we have the best hand, good amount of time.
Hell yeah. We're ready to go. How about now?
That's a shitty card.
Yeah.
I like a block fold to a raise. So I would go about 3.5.
3.5. That's good. I don't tend to block bet enough. But I did.
But yeah, blocked here. And we are gonna win here all the time. Especially against queen high.
What the actual thank you, sir. Were you targeting that with your 2 big blind bet?
Yeah, he had the kind of hand that he should bluff. And if he gets bet into on turn, he just needs to fold. But it's a good hand to begin a bluff on flop because he just has nothing and he's at the bottom of his range.
Yeah.
And he doesn't beat ace high, king high.
Okay.
It's a very good hand to start a bluff with.
Yeah. And he didn't. All right. That's nice. How come we saw that? Oh, because it went check. Oh, because he called. I don't know why we get to see that. All right. Next hand Bub is gone. Unless if Bub is still here for a second, he gets this hand. Oh no, Bub's gone. Rodney, are you still driving, Rodney? Rodney is still driving.
Yep, still driving.
Okay, no problem. All right, Josh. Josh is going to type, and I'll tell you what Josh says, and then we'll probably do like 2 more hands or something like that, and then stop, and then I'll answer your question, Josh. Not on YouTube. All right. So the next hand is you have pocket 8s, Josh. Good for you. And it is raised to you from the cutoff. You've got pocket 8s in the button, on the button. 100 big blinds deep. What would you like to do? Josh types and says that he would like to not fold, sometimes raise, sometimes call. Josh has not answered. So until we get Josh, I'm going to say that against the cutoff, I like this as a raise. This is a good raise. There we go. I raise it. We get called. 666.
This is an interesting spot.
This is great.
Who doesn't have aces and kings?
No, he doesn't. He checks. We have the best hand and it's vulnerable. And we're not worried. We just want to get value from things. So we
I-
want, yeah.
This could be wrong, but here I always think really strongly about ranges.
Mhm.
And you have the invulnerable aces and kings he doesn't possess.
Yes.
I get really aggressive on these tripled boards where I'm the aggressor.
Yeah. Neither of us have a lot of sixes in our range.
Exactly. See, I mean, if you put this in solver and it showed range versus range, I think you're really doing well there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a 3-bet pot. And I think a king queen and a king jack and all those can fold to 10 big blinds. I don't mind if they fold, but I'd rather they call. So I think I can start this with in a 3-bet pot, I think I can start this with a bet slightly bigger than 5. Yeah. So I go for the 10. I go for the 10.
Yeah.
I get called.
Nice.
This is great when it's not terrible.
So he calls, which is interesting.
Yeah. Yep. He's going to call with all his pairs. There are slightly more pairs there are slightly more pairs smaller than bigger. Deuces, threes, fours, fives, sevens, nines, tens, jacks, queens, kings, aces. Nope, but he doesn't have kings, queens, or aces. Doesn't have kings or aces. So
Yeah, he doesn't have kings or
yeah.
aces.
So I'm slightly ahead in the pair. My eights are slightly
Should
ahead.
have queens in theory.
He has some sixes. And I don't have a six. There we go. Ace. That's bad. Because what he floats with has an ace more often than a king
Yeah.
jack.
That's kind of a shitty card.
Yep. So he checks. What do you want to do, Josh? Josh isn't typing. So Larry and Scotty equal Josh. We're calling. We're just checking back.
I was really excited about. I think I am going to continue aggression here.
Okay.
You're right. This ace is not ideal. He's got some ace X and he's check calling.
So here's one of the things about.
But you've got better ace X. You're the only one. What doesn't
I do.
matter. All the aces are the
But
same.
now I'm turning my eights into a bluff, and I'm making it easy for deuces, threes, fours, fives, and sevens to fold. With the
Yeah,
eights.
I
This is
think
what
I
they
continue
fold.
aggression here.
Right. But I'm folding out worse. Am I trying to fold out better? Am I trying to bluff off nines, tens, jacks?
Yeah, you've got a good point. You
Or
got a
am
good
I
point.
doing
What are we trying?
Or am
We
I
have
trying to
showdown. What are we trying to bluff? Why are we trying to bluff out a worse hand?
Yeah.
I
We do bluff off some equity. I mean, if he does call with a king, queen,
mean,
one,
the only argument is that we fold nines and tens and jacks.
right, if we do.
That's the only argument.
Yeah, right. That's it. And the problem is we fold nines, tens, and jacks, but we also fold deuces, threes, fours, fives, and sevens. There's more of them.
Yeah, I'm a little bit attached to aggression on these triplet boards.
Okay.
Checking is fine though. Well, hello. That gives you eights over sixes as opposed to sixes over queens.
And
We love this
sixes,
hand.
aces. The only thing beats me now is pocket aces, which he doesn't have, and a six.
Yeah.
And he checks. We go for
I think now I think you go on the old school theorem. People don't know how to fold a full house.
Right.
And you fucking shove it.
Shove it. Shove it. 2x. I know I didn't because I got called and I know what called me. And so I didn't shove. But I bet maybe not big enough. No, I folded. All right. I thought I saw sevens here. What has he got? He folds tens.
Yeah, I think our aggression on this might be interesting to put into peak. I could be wrong that we attack these boards with big sizes.
Let's peek it. Okay. So we are cutoff button. So cutoff raises, button with eights, can absolutely 3-bet. You don't have to. You can. We did. And pocket tens. can 4-bet us and we can fold. They can 4-bet us and we can call. He called. Flop is 6-6-6. All right. He checks range.
Can you pull out the equity graph here for a second?
We bet range. That's the
Yeah.
important thing.
Can we look at the equity graph?
You can look at the
it's going to
equity graph,
show that we're just
But
really.
you know exactly what it looks like. So Josh is going jam on the river. Josh joined us just in time to play his hand. Josh, if you're here, we'll do one more hand for you to actually play out rather than us say for you. But let's do the equity graph here. This lives.
Lower. Yeah.
Let's see equity graph.
So yeah, this imposition equity thing at the top.
Not as
that's all
good as
your
I
issue.
thought. I thought the fact that we bet range meant that we slammed the equity of this. But we're only.
Well,
look
we've
at
got a
that.
massive nut advantage.
Yes, we do. Got a massive nut advantage, but our equity is only 51%. And yes, we still get to bet range. Small.
I think it's the nut advantage.
Yeah.
And so
But normally,
solver
Yeah.
likes, when you've got this massive advantage. Well, it's not massive, but it's solver bets range when it's got range advantage. I think overall we got range advantage here.
yeah. We don't have range advantage. I mean, this is not enough, but we have nut advantage. And usually that means that we don't bet often, but we bet big. In this case, we bet often and small. So that heuristic does not apply in this case. So we bet, which we did. His tens, since we have this world, are not in the mood to raise. They call. On the turn.
Very interesting. 8 of hearts.
Eights. The ace comes on the turn. That's when it went check, check. He checks. And we continue to bet range.
And we bet small again.
The ace is so good for us.
Can you make the turn
Wow.
at 2 of spades?
Yeah.
See if it changes our bet strat. I imagine it will.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so he checks to us.
Right. It's when we bet range and he calls, he does not call range. So now our equity goes way down because we're here with all of our garbage.
Yeah.
Right. So
Agreed.
So if you look at the equity graph now, after this, when will it do it? Well, let's just look after the turn. You'll see now in position.
Well, it hasn't changed.
Yeah,
I guess it has changed. Yeah.
Well, cutoff has more equity than us. Cutoff equity. They've got 55%.
Yeah, you're right. We still have nut advantage.
Still have the nut advantage, but but he continued with all this and we continued with all this.
Yeah. We've got all the garbage and he's
We've got
filtered.
garbage. He doesn't have garbage. But the ace hits so much of what was our garbage.
Yeah, we're looking at the 2 now.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. The ace, when the ace.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
we
look at this.
improved a lot more than that.
Right. The ace comes in and like an avenging angel of death, all of a big chunk of our crappy stuff.
Hit check. Yeah.
Yeah, just got better.
Yeah, it's a great card for us.
So we go from 51 to 54.
Yeah, it's a great card for us.
Yeah, it's a great card for us. So I could have bet the eights, although the eights do check some. So my little argument about the eights specifically did not consider strongly enough the range versus range implications of an ace. I said, why would I want to bluff with eights? They're ahead a bunch. But we're going to take the line. We're going to take the check line with the eights. Check, check. River is an 8. And he can bet a bunch of stuff like tens because I am way down in aces now.
Yeah.
But his tens have a sliver of checking, so they do. All the overpairs, by the way, have
So but I'm curious to see what our equity is with eights here.
$1 million.
Our equity goes to 11.
Our equity with eights, specifically
Hit equity.
Equity.
Just above you. Back on the graph.
Back on the graph, equity. 99.6%. We are beaten by
So
pot
you've
faces
got
and six.
The only hint better is aces.
And a 6. I'm still beaten by 6.
And 6 is 100%. Yeah.
Still has quads. Okay, now we get here.
All
With
right.
this, we get here with this line sometimes. This works sometimes.
And then what you want us to
the
do
bet
with our
is small,
eights?
which is kind of, and that was the thing was our hand is a monster here. Why are you checking eights? Oh, because we still have equity on, so it's showing the wrong thing. There we go. So our hand is a monster, but his hand is weak.
It wants to bet. He's capped, so it just wants to bet 60% pot.
Right. Because after check, he bet a bunch of aces.
Yeah, so he's capped as fuck.
Yeah. He checked. So we bet 16. So we bet 60% is the smallest bet we can make, which is kind of the bet we made.
Yeah.
In that range. Let's see how we went 22 into 35, and this is 16 into 27. So yeah, same thing. Based on size. Why are these sizes so different? Oh, because he started with a 3. He started with a 3. So we bet our 16, and do 10s ever fold to this? No, you goober. But 9s and jacks do, so there you go. And that's because of how often you have the 9s like that. Okay. There we go. All right, let's do Josh's hand and be done. Yeah, I feel better
All
about
right, last hand declared.
last hand declared. All right. And
King 4 suited.
King 4 suited. And we should make Rodney play it while driving. We're not going to. All right, here we go. King 4 in the hijack. Let's open this sometimes and let's fold this sometimes in the hijack. Let's open it always from the cutoff. This time.
I think at your rake level,
Yeah.
Josh, I think you need to tighten up, frankly.
Mhm.
Because that rake, the higher the rake, the tighter you play.
Okay. The fact that the cutoff posted 2 to play is a third blind, and so I would fold this now. In a 3 blind game, I don't want to open King 4 suited from the hijack. And that's what you're essentially in. Now, if the cutoff had posted in the low jack and then had checked his option, I would definitely raise this King 4 suited because he has worse than a blind hand. So in this configuration, I would fold. You chose to open it to 8, which is to 10 because he's already there. I think that's the right size. That's great. There we go. 4.5. Yeah, 9. Yeah, this is good. For size, I like this. You get called on the button, so that's bad. And in the small blinds and in the big blinds. So this hand should be easy to play. You flop a flush draw with an ace high board.
Not flush draw.
It checks to you on the nut flush draw. You also have a backdoor straight. Is this board likely to be stabbed by player 9? Yes, with an ace.
I think I prefer checking
right.
4
But
people in hand.
player 9 has the strongest range on the table other than us.
I will say there's one good thing, it's kind of a lesson I learned with PLO, is that multi-way is a bad thing unless you're drawing to the nuts. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden multi-way is a really, really good thing.
Yeah. So when we bet here, we fold out air. The fact that we beat the air right now is not, I mean, we barely do, so I don't think that's great. We never get an ace to fold and we pay for it. They probably don't check raise us without a really good ace. They probably just check call. So we can take a check turn if we want on that size. So that's not bad. I think I like the check here, and I do not hate the bet at all. I don't hate a bet at all. I think I prefer a check. And if I bet here, I want to bet 10 to 15. I don't want to bet more than that. 30. So you go big. So you are saying, I only want to get called by an ace. And if you don't have an ace, this hand is over. All right. I hope the call comes from one of these guys so that you can check the turn because they have an ace when they call you. Nope. It's the position guy. All right. This feels a hell of a lot like an ace. And as a pocket pair smaller than the ace, I don't think it's time to bluff him off of it because I don't know what's going to work. And our SPR is pot's going to be 160. We're going to have 360. It's going to be a two street bluff. We're not going to have a lot left on the river to get an ace to fold. And I do not want to get an ace to fold. All right. Seven of hearts.
I like checking here. He caught a bet with two people
Check here.
still to act behind.
Yep. He is so acy and he's going to call it. The only reason to bet here is to set the price, like to bet 30 or 40 if he's going to bet more than that. If we bet 10, he could raise us with an ace and like that. So is he ever going to check back an ace behind us? And what size is he going to bet? On a double flush board with an ace, he could bet big. He could bet 200 here and we need to fold. That's bad. All right. Let's see what Josh does. What are you doing here, Larry? You're checking? Or are you?
I think I check. I think this guy's pretty
Okay.
much, yeah. He's
Okay.
at top of range.
All right.
He's not at top of range. That's
Josh-
right, wrong. But
Okay. So you just turned your king into I want to get an ace to fold now with a 200 because you will not get an ace to fold on the river given this sizing. And I don't think so an ace is folding to 2x.
I don't mind betting big here and then giving up if we miss.
Yep, that's the one. We go 200. He folds. Yay.
Nice.
Yay. He did. All right. So we think he folded an ace. We don't know, but that's what we think he folded. And 200 is what it was going to take. If you
200 is problematic because you're pot committed if he shoves, but whatever.
If you're pot committed, if he shoves, maybe go bigger.
Yeah, maybe you could just shove.
Let's see what it is. Let's see what it really is. Did we pot commit ourselves? He calls for 200. The pot is 700. He bets 160 into what now is now going to be 860. 5 times 160 is 900. Close enough. We are damn close to pot committed. So
after he shoves, pot is 300 now. Plus
Oh, wait,
his,
I counted it wrong. I counted the 200 in it again. No, so we go 200. The pot is 500 when he calls. I did it again. I keep thinking that it's 300
well,
plus
if he shoves, the pot is 660.
660. We have to call
160.
160.
So that's a 20% equity requirement, and conceivably we've got 18%. We're really fucking close.
Right, we're really fucking close. So we might have wanted to. Were you going
I
to
think
fold?
we just
John,
shove.
Were you going to fold to the shove? Were you going to fold to the shove? Because you're right on that edge. You're right on that edge of having to fold to the shove. Oh no, he can shove two pair. He can have a set here. He can have an ace. Most of the time, his ace we think calls, but his two pair shoves with a double flush board.
Yeah. So the argument here is that mathematically, if you're going using, it's fine, but just shove because
He tanked.
you can't fold to it.
He has an ace. You got
Just
to
shove
fold.
because you can't fold if he shoves because you're getting 20% equity and you have 18%. It's very close, but conceivably you have to call.
Right, now I'm going to make a small argument against that, Larry. So that makes total sense except for the paradox of live poker, which is when he says, why would you shove with a better ace? And so instead you bet, you can do the equivalent of a shove, but it doesn't feel like that. So you bet
Okay.
250, 280, 300. And instead of him thinking, why are you keeping 60 behind? He knows that he can't reshove you and get you to fold anything.
Yeah, I see your point.
Yeah.
All in. Okay, I get it.
It's only, and yes, so the solver against a math machine, um, the shove, the shove and the 300 are the same one, but the shove is better. So you shove. But against a human who sometimes perceives shoves as weaker than large bets, that's why you might choose to do a large bet that isn't a shove. And then you don't shove the river if you don't get there. Yeah. So something the pot commits you, right? You're trying to bluff more. Good. So if the 200 pot commits you and you're going to call off the shove, then I think I like 260 here. 260, 280, 300. 300 might be leaving 60 behind that's what I think. I think I like 250, 260. It makes it even easier. It makes it even more convincing to fold the ace. He knows the river bet is coming. And he knows he can't bluff you off it. But I'm glad the 200 worked. But the
Good
fact
session, sir.
but the fact that he tanked for 5 minutes, I'd like him to tank for 2 minutes and then fold. Because the 5 minutes, it'd be
That's 5 minutes of pure hell.
I think I want to be a little more convincing if you're going to call off to the jam. If you're not calling off to the jam, then I like the smaller bet, and then you do. All right. Nice session. Let me stop the recording.